And chat, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Today we're doing 3.3. We're going to get through all of it, I believe. And as far as I'm aware, there's a trial in the middle of it, so stay tuned for that. We'll be playing that with you guys. Minda will not be here today. He's busy. He has something going on. I don't remember what. But Danny will be here, and maybe Teddy later, once he wakes up. Catching up on chat. Thank you for the subseg, Ferrum. Happy birthday, or in this case, hoppy birthday. As for that emote, Porogers, it feels like it would be too similar to a couple other things. OS Frog, which you should absolutely use. Capital O, capital S, capital F, ROG. Try it out in chat. It's delightful. And various pogging Pepes. I suppose I could do OS Frog with a hat on. That would be pretty cool. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks. Alright, let me bring Danny on.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going, man?
Well enough. Although somebody's cut into my market at half the price for hundreds. Otherwise I'm fine. I'm only gently contemplating murder.
Huh. Alright, let me log in. So how about that Persona 3 remake?
Don't really know how to feel about it. Sure, I'll probably end up with it though.
Well, here's the thing. People talk up Persona 3, but I assume they talk up Persona 3 because of the story. Because in the original PS2 version that I played, the gameplay is possibly the worst RPG gameplay I've ever played. Because of the AI-controlled companions and how dumb they are.
They get more intelligent as you get more options to manually control, not manually control them, but control what their kind of AI will do. For example, everybody complains about Mitsuru constantly using Marin Karin, the confuse spell, but she only does that if left on act freely. You have all sorts of different options you can do, like conserve SP, focus on support, focus on knockdowns, exploit weaknesses. But a lot of people just stay on act freely the entire game, and as a result, the AI just does some general things rather than focusing on what you want them to do.
Well, in that case, you should... Ooh, a 10k. In that case, you should have those options available from much earlier than you get them. I played up through the Emperor-Empress fight years ago, and I still hadn't unlocked very much.
To be fair, that's still pretty early in the game.
I was like 20, maybe 30 hours in. Or something. I don't remember. It's been 9 years.
They're only the third boss.
Yeah, but it's Persona. That goes pretty slowly. But yeah, hopefully we get a version of Persona 3 that lets you control your party members like in Portable. And has the answer, and has female main character, and
That would
all
be
that.
delightful.
Yeah,
Like-
I'll be getting it, and I'll be streaming it.
Yeah, I will say Persona 3 is the one I still love it, but it's the one I get least excited over.
Yeah, people keep saying it's the best of the 3D Personas, and listen, like, the story could be great. I didn't get that far in the story, so I can't comment on it, but the gameplay is, by itself, disqualifying for being better than 4 and 5.
And I have to put it with Yukari's existence. She is the one and only playable Persona character that not only do I not like, I cannot stand.
Yeah, I hear she's not great.
She's very popular for some reason, but she's just so caustic and toxic. And, I cringe just thinking about her. Yeah, my preference kind of goes 2 Innocent Sin, 2 Eternal Punishment, although to be fair, I kind of consider them one game at this point.
Yeah, they're basically one game.
Yeah, 5, 4, 1, 3.
Ikari is better than some Persona 5 characters? I can't think of a single main party member in Persona 5 that was bad.
Yeah. Especially with the expanded Haru content, like, she was Haru in Vanilla. She joined pretty late, so you didn't get to know too much about her, especially if you didn't have stats to her social link. But in Royal, she gets a lot more screen time, and it's really good for her expanding on the character. But yeah, I actively dislike Yukari.
Oh, Milena, if you haven't played any Persona games, you gotta. I'm more down on 4 than I used to be, because I replayed it, and Yosuke sucks, and Teddy sucks, and the way the story treats Kanji sucks, and the accidental transphobia with Naoto sucks. Oh, you have played Persona 4 and 5. Oh, well, never mind then. But 5 is my favorite JRPG of all time, so, yeah. Makoto's great. Makoto's my preference for the main character's, romance. And having played through all the romances, I think she's the best of the romances. Or at the very least, the best of the post-game romances.
Yeah, I really like Makoto. She's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Also, her awakening is the most, badass in the game.
My favorite awakening is actually Haru's. I really enjoy Haru's awakening. Tell me, who shall you betray? Farewell, dear father. All sorts of goodness.
I just think Makoto's is more raw and emotional and just badass. I mean, yeah, hi, Sword Princess. Congratulations for being on this stream. Ah, Mistress Weaver, it is well that you are here. You are wanted within. I believe Master Alphino wishes a word with you.
When does Alphino not?
Wait, I have to talk to you again. Why didn't you just let me in? Oh, it's this guy. Duh. The Scions will find a way. I just know we will. Nope, not Totaro again. I love talking to Totaro, but I want to talk to Alphino. Ah, Lore, there you are. Have you a moment? There is something I would fain discuss. I must ask you to recall the events which unfolded at the peace conference, though I dare say you would sooner forget them. We are absolutely killing Nidhogg in 3.3. Let's go. My mind returns again and again to the moment when Nidhogg appeared before the crowd in the guise of a Stydian. It was a sight to chill the soul, but one which gave me reason to hope that our friend might not be beyond salvation. When you described his fateful transformation at Azis Law, I feared him lost forever, but the mere fact that some semblance of his former self endures must surely count for something. Alas, I have no evidence to support this impression. Thus did I turn to Y'shtola and Kryl for a more empirical appraisal, and full glad am I that I did, for it would seem they have some observations of their own to share. The ladies have saved us a table at the Forgotten Night. Shall we go? Excellent. Let us not keep our honored colleagues waiting. The other thing about Persona 4, speaking of the Awakenings, is that the Awakenings for Persona 4 are good character moments, but they're also subdued. right? Like, they're all, you beat the boss, quietly awakened, now you have the power of Persona.
The, I do like that Futaba's awakening is basically a Persona 4 awakening. And it is a bit more subdued than the other Phantom Thieves, but then she immediately follows it up by being a badass.
Yeah, Futaba is my second favorite awakening because obviously I relate to the autistic nerd who's overcoming suicidal depression. But God, poor Futaba. Futaba is one of my favorite characters in Persona 5. She's just so well written. The name does this establishment a disservice. Remarkably few of its patrons seem inclined to drink their way to oblivion. I do begin to see why Tataru chose to work here.
We have kept you waiting over long, I fear.
Oh, voiced.
Not to worry, Alphino. We had some rather fine mulled wine to keep us company. Truth be told, you could have delayed your arrival a few moments more.
Just Kryl just slamming it back as soon as she sees Alphino. Has to do it to deal with him.
Gibrion got the spicing just right this time. His latest batch is not only delicious and warming, but soothing to the humours.
Indeed. But 'twas not to soothe our humours that we gathered here.
Ah, no, quite right. The matter of that poor dragoon.
You have discovered something. A means to save him?
Let us not jump to conclusions, shall we? Assess the facts presented, then make an educated analysis, as you were taught.
Kryl's voice actress is great.
Pray, cast your mind back to the moment of Estinian's transformation. Do you recall how you described it to us? You spoke of the sudden pangs which racked his body when he took up both of Nidhogg's eyes, and of how his form was twisted thereafter into a shadowy semblance of the Great Worm.
When he appeared at Falcon's Nest, the worm's eyes were fused to his mail.
Would that only his armor had been corrupted. Snaking forth from the eyes, I descried dark tendrils which entangled his very being. His ether has been all but smothered.
Then he is lost to us forever?
What did I just say about jumping to conclusions? Y'shtola clearly stated all but smothered. As I later discovered, her impression matched my own. Though Nidhogg's presence filled my mind's eye, beneath his seething aura, I sensed the merest hint of something else. And after listening to Y'shtola's observations, I became more certain of my suspicion that the something else I had sensed was, in fact, the trace of a different will, submerged in the sea of Nidhogg's rage.
You mean?
Yeah, he's still
Yes.
in there,
'Tis like that Estinian spirit yet lingers.
being tortured by the dragon.
Can we not wrest him from Nidhogg's grasp then? Tear the eyes from the armor?
We know not if that would serve to separate Worm's soul from man's. None have ever attempted such a feat.
Should it offer even the faintest hope of success, then by the gods, I shall be the first to try.
Okay, so here's the plan. We kill Nidhogg, reduce him to Estinian's body, then we knock Estinian out and stab the eyes, and we'll see what happens.
Alphino. By all means, hold fast to your hope, but be mindful of the dangers.
We're going in
Even
blind.
should you
and
succeed
Nidhogg's
in
coming out of it
excising the
blind.
eyes from the dragoon's mail, we have no way of knowing if your friend's soul would survive so violent a separation. And that is to say nothing of the possibility that his would-be savior might become Nidhogg's next host.
But what other choice remains to us? Should the opportunity present itself, I will tear those foul orbs from Estinian's armor and trust in the resilience of his soul, even at the risk of mine own.
No, see, Alphino, first we stab the eyes. Gotta pop them. Then what will Nidhogg do?
I found you at last. A messenger of the Temple Knights came to the manor some few hours past. The Lord Commander humbly requests the company of the Warrior of Light and Master Alphino.
Sir Emmerich would speak with us. Very well, thank you, Onawa.
"'Twould seem duty calls. Pray see to yours, and we shall return to ours."
Thank you, Y'shtola, Kryl. Your words have given me hope where there was none. Come then. Sir Emmerich awaits.
God, I couldn't deal with being blind. Like, I would just mentally collapse. So much of what I do to entertain myself requires me to see
Alphino is allowing
things.
his feelings for this
I'm an
dragoon to
artist.
cloud his thoughts. I worry he may do something rash. Keep an eye on him, would you?
Oh? Oh, it's Minnie.
They think more of their friends' deliverance than their foes' defeat. But will history commend their fealty or condemn their folly?
Hey, I ain't sworn fealty to no one.
Fealty to your friends.
The conference held at Falcon's Nest was to be a celebration of the reconciliation twixt man and dragon. But the lingering shade of Nidhogg, clad in the flesh of the Azure Dragoon, did mark the occasion by spilling the blood of his own kind. A timely atrocity to remind the children of Ishgard that the Dragonsong War was far from over. And when fear gave way to fury, the call to arms rang out anew. Death to Nidhogg. Death to Nidhogg.
Well, at least the people are focused on the one enemy this time.
So, I found you at last, Onawa says to me, in a pub, a British man. As if that isn't the first place anyone should probably look.
Alright. Oh, we're right here. Duh.
Yep, the congregation of our knights most heavenly.
What news has Sir Emmerich to share with us, I wonder? Alright. Aiming, healing, casting. I'll take the casting coffer.
Also, it is such a dick move that the last quest of the previous patch gave us the physical classes, and then the first patch of the next patch, the first quest of the next patch is what gives us the
The casting and archery ones. Yeah, that's
yeah.
that's pretty dumb.
To be fair, they will have added these. They will have added the coffers in post rather than when it was when they're actually relevant.
Oh, these rewards weren't in there until the later patch came?
This is this being the Hailstorm attire. That's that'd be the third set of Tombstone gear, so it would have been added in. No, wait, yeah, third set. It would have been added in this patch actually. So this is gear that'd be relevant to this current patch we're on.
Oh, cool.
We're We're dressed up in gear that Melina crafted for us, of course, which is patch 2.4. Sorry, 3.4 crafting gear, I believe. Stuff for starting the savage tier that would have been added then.
Gotcha. Might Sir Emmerich perchance have received word of a Dravanian advance? Or mayhap they have located a that is to say, mayhap Nidhogg has been found. Come, I would hear what the Lord Commander has to say.
My friends, I thank you for coming.
You're
You
welcome.
have had news of Nidhogg?
Alas not. Our scouts range far and wide, but they have as yet found no trace of the Great Worm.
We dispatched an elite unit of dragoons to reconnoiter the churning mists, but even they returned empty-handed.
A pity.
Fear not, Alphino. We shall see the worm again soon enough. His words at Falcon's Nest attest to that.
Okay, so I bet what you called us here for is to treat with the dragons who want to be our allies.
Indeed, he is like to come sooner than we would wish.
I assume Ishgard's defenses are being bolstered as we speak?
Oh man, it is pouring outside. Oh, it's a shame that I'm on stream so that I can't open a window and listen to it. Oh well.
With all haste, I mean to call upon every able-bodied warrior at our disposal, from the Knights of the Four Houses to the men and women of the Watch. But I did not summon you to discuss strategy.
What then would you have of us, my lord?
I will speak plain. Now that Nidhogg is possessed of both of his eyes, no mortal force we can muster will repel him. That being the case,
we're gonna recruit
we must needs
Hresvelgar.
recruit an ally of equal strength.
You speak of Hresvelgar?
Oh, this is going to be a
To whom else could we turn?
tough job. You could turn to me. I can
That is
handle the
Nidhogg's
fight.
equal, I do not deny, nor can I name another. But convincing the reclusive creature to do battle with his own brood brother will be... How shall I put this?
Well, we can have Minnie talk to him.
It will be no small undertaking, yes. Estinian's report was most particular about Hresvelgar's unwillingness to involve himself in the affairs of men. But much has changed since your visit to Somal. And if there is even a chance that the dragon may be swayed, I must plead our case. Whatever price the dragon asks of me, I shall pay it. Such was my oath, to defend the people of Ishgard.
One sec, guys. Alright, back.
Come what may, my friends, the battle with Nidhogg will mark the end of my tenure as the acting head of church and state. Will you help me discharge this final duty?
We will, my lord. Though I fear our involvement offers no guarantee of success. Come then. We will depart at your leisure.
Thank you. Both of you. The city is yours, First Commander.
What is that wrapped around your neck, that armor piece that's so asymmetrical? I just noticed that it's like some dragon thing wrapped around his neck with spiky horns at its head. That's weird.
It bites onto like a sash.
My lord, we shall pray for your swift return.
I somehow doubt that Velger will be pleased to see us, but for Estinian's sake and that of countless others, I suppose we must risk his displeasure. Right, we still haven't given the Mughals back their horn. I'm sure they've forgotten they gave it to us and have frantically searched for it and then gave up searching for it because they got distracted.
To be fair, we can probably take better care of it than they did. After all, they had to prepare it because somebody sat on it.
My horn now. It grieves me to impose upon you in this manner, but you, of all people, understand the threat we now face.
My horn now just sounds like a frail lad.
It is no imposition, Sir Emmerich. To Loreweaver, Ishgard is as a second home. Well, I wouldn't go that far, Alphino. After the many battles we have fought and the bonds we have forged, the plight of your nation has become our own. If there is aught that we can do to aid in its salvation, then pray, impose all you must. You are true friends. Shall we be about our task, then? We have no way of knowing when Nidhogg's shade will strike, but we must assume that time is not our ally. Indeed, with that in mind, I have taken the liberty of dispatching a messenger to inform Mistress Tataru that you will be escorting me to Somal. I confess I did not provide the exact details of our destination, as they are yet unknown to me. Yeah, we'll get you there. We will summon Velger at Zenith in the churning mists. Ere we begin our ascent, however, I think it best that we pay a visit to Annex Shrine. You seek an advantage in the coming negotiations? I do. I would consult with Vidofnir. I propose this in part out of concern for her condition. Were she to succumb to her wounds, it could have grave consequences for our alliance. That apart, she may be able to provide insight into her sire's current state of mind. Well reasoned. To the Dravanian forelands, then. Excuse me. Alright, off we go. Annex Shrine. Upstairs. Through the roof. I've been playing Crisis Core, so I tried to access my hotbar with L1. God, that game is shit.
Yeah, fun with the Crisis Core gameplay.
The gameplay is fun. It was fun in 2009, and it's fun today with the makeover. But, oh god, the story is just god-awful. Like, the remake voice actors try, but they can't salvage that script. It's just bad. Ugh. Cannot see target. What? How you feeling? 'Tis the warrior of warriors and her companions. What bringeth you to mine abode? Pray forgive us for disturbing your recuperation, Vidofnir. I hope your wound does not pain you overmuch. Didst thou imagine me close to death? The thrust was deep, but not mortal. I will heal in time. Full glad am I to hear it. You were the guest of honor at our conference, and we failed in our duty of protection. On behalf of Ishgard, I apologize unreservedly. I am a dragon full grown, and thou thought to protect me, mortal. I was tempered by the fires of battle ere thy great-grandsire learned to crawl. Could be worse, could be Dirge of Cerberus. That is true. At least Dirge of Cerberus has Vincent. Thy words do remind me of a knight whom I called friend some 1,000 years past. He swore to defend me from harm and hardship. Would that we could return to that era of peace when man and dragon knew such comradeship. Would that our every effort to do so were not undone by ancient rancor. For a truth, there can be no peace while Nidhogg's shade yet lingereth. That much is plain, yet we lack the strength to banish him. Thus do we make for Som-Al, to beseech the aid of your sire once more. Folly, thou knowest as well as I how he will answer. Hresvelger's heart remains unchanged then. A pity. But if it is folly to hope, I am content to die a fool.
I like that line.
That is a good line. As hath ever been the way with thy kind. Go then, but be warned. The Shade's presence hath driven its minions to frenzy. Thank you, Vidofnir. We shall disturb your rest no longer. Okay, here's the thing about Dirge of Cerberus. Dirge of Cerberus has kind of the Final Fantasy II problem where it tried new things for the series and sucked at them. And the story was pretty black. But the acting was better than in Crisis Core. Like, the Crisis Core voice direction it's so bland and melancholy and slow and bland and characterless. It's just so bad.
That said, the scenes around Nibelheim were actually pretty good.
Oh yeah, the Nibelheim, the stuff that was taken from Final Fantasy VII is fantastic. But it would have to be, right? Like, it's taken from a better game.
I think, but the same way, they also fleshed things out around it in a way that was quite satisfying. Getting to see the bond developing between Zack and Cloud properly, for example.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Like, it's basically the biggest issue with Crisis Core is the villain isn't compelling.
Oh god, Genesis sucks so bad. Genesis sucks so bad. He's so annoying. The people who wrote Crisis Core thought they were being deep and interesting with Genesis constantly quoting poetry, and it's just so tedious and annoying. Oh my god.
They based his entire plot and personality on a billboard that you see right at the start of Final Fantasy VII and never again.
Ugh, right? I never thought about it that way. It's literally an entire villain based on a billboard that's seen in 2 screen backgrounds. Oh my god.
If the villain was compelling, it could have been a much more interesting game.
Oh, I should interrupt you. Saitfirm is exactly right. The ending of Crisis Core is fucking fantastic.
Yes.
That almost makes the rest of the game worth it by itself.
Honestly, I would say everything from the build up to Nibelheim onwards is great. Even the climax with Genesis at least pays off a lot of the previous elements that they'd be building up through the game.
I would say I would say the story takes a dip in quality between Nibelheim and the very end. Like, the final confrontations with Hollander and Genesis and Angeal's remnants in the Gongaga jungle are not interesting. It's just a case of, oh, finally, it's over.
In the opening for Final Fantasy 7 even, when Aerith leaves whatever she was looking at the start, there is a billboard on the building right next to where she leaves that has an advertisement for a play called Loveless, and that's it. They made Genesis obsessed with that play and its missing act and the like. And
they might as well have made him obsessed with the Goblin Bar that's in that same shot. That would actually be more entertaining. Genesis being obsessed with the best experience he's ever had getting blitzed.
I mean, it'd be like a prequel to Final Fantasy IX having somebody obsessed with creating I Want to Be Your Crow, the fake play that Vivi had a ticket for.
Oh, God, it would. They referenced to Genesis in Remake, and Genesis shows up in the post-credit scene of Dirge of Cerberus, but I don't know if they'll do anything between the two sections with him, because he's pretty universally loathed. And I think the writers know that. And hopefully... Well, but Vice and Nero were pretty universally loathed, and they used them in the Yuffie DLC, so I don't know what they would... the Yuffie DLC was great, though, even if Nero was a bit boring.
Well, given the shenanigans going on with Zack, who knows? Maybe they'll be able to actually give us some sort of catharsis related to the Genesis stuff. Thanks to that.
Genesis starts quoting Loveless, and Zack just punches him in the fucking face. That would be amazing. Anyways. Lucia's report described Annex Trine in detail, but her words failed to convey the overwhelming strangeness of standing here in the Demesne of... Is it Demesne or Domain? I think it's Domain, actually.
Yeah, it's Domain.
Domain of Dragons. Though I expected no better answer from Vidofnir, I take little pleasure from having been proven right. 'Twould seem that our presence at Zenith will be every bit as unwelcome as I had anticipated. But what is the ire of one great worm to a trio of self-confessed fools such as ourselves? Let us begin our ascent. After you, Master Alphino. Scout ahead if you wish, Lord. We shall join you outside Mogholm. Yeah, you guys can walk if you want. I'm teleporting. Alright, bye.
I'm sure they can handle somehow. Like, so many levels ago.
Gameplay in Crisis Core is fun, though. Lots of variety in the remake. I just got to a point where they added something. The Buster Sword proficiency thing, and I'm not entirely sure what it does, but it's been kind of annoying to level up, but it'll be interesting. Do you know what that does, Danny? Have you played the remake?
I haven't played the remake yet.
Oh, well, you probably don't know what the Buster Sword proficiency does then. Oh, well.
No, I accidentally talking to Google. This is my Dark Knight quest. I didn't need to do that.
The Lord Commander seems lost for words, nor can I blame him. I recall being similarly awestruck when I first beheld this vista. Yeah, I am stubbornly trying to do every mission in the game because I never managed that in the original when I played it. God, it came out 14 years ago. Holy shit. Holy shit, I'm old.
I'm doing that very slowly on a replay of the PSP version that I've been doing. It's not a very active playthrough, like that's why it's very slow. But I want to fight the goddess at some point because I like fighting super bosses.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
Hence why I do savage fights, which beat P10S yesterday. So that's two fights of the 4 done in as many weeks.
Nice. I had heard tales of the world above the clouds, but never did I dream. One's mind paints a pale picture of its majesty. Few live to see such wonders. I am reminded of my first visit to this peak, when Estinian and Isael just yet walked at our side. Kupapo? Is that you, Lore? Oh, hey, Emmerich? This is a Moogle. They're not fairy tales. They're very weird. You'll get used to them. If it isn't Mog... Don't tell me you've forgotten my name, Kupo, after all we've been through together. But at least you remember me. You do remember me, don't you, Lore? Oh no, I have to pick a name from the list, don't I?
Oh my god, the last one's so racist.
Oh no! I'm gonna guess... Was Morgan the chief? No. I'm gonna guess it's Morgan. Whew! I was right. You seemed a bit hesitant for a moment there. But I'm sure you were just fondly recalling the time we camped near Zenith, right, Kupo? But putting our shared history to one side, what brings you and your friends to Mogholm, Kupo? Another audience with old Hresvelger. Hey, wait, you still have the horn. Well, I hope you've brought the horn, Kupo. With the winds as gentle as they are, a good loud toot should reach the Great Worm's ears easily enough. That is good to hear, Morgan. Thank you. We had best press on to Zenith while the winds are in our favor. Moglin is the chief, right?
Holy Moogles look the same to me. Oh god.
Now that was unexpected, Kupo. Chieftain Moglin will want to hear about this. Oh, let's fly. I will say, though, Crisis Core's combat kind of boils down to... Actually, it's kind of like the Final Fantasy VI combat, in that it's a race against the clock to outdamage your opponents before they damage you, because every fight is so dangerous after the first, third of the game. Because everything's dealing a shit ton of damage to you, and you're capped at 10k HP until you get the item that lets you break that limit. Actually, is there an item that lets you break that limit in Crisis Core?
Yeah.
I know there's an item that lets you break the damage limit and the AP limit.
Yes, there is.
Okay. That's probably from a late mission.
Yeah, but mission fights either boil down to that, or they boil down to getting the system limit break, and those every second you are doing another limit break over and over and over. Amaric says we must win Hresvelger to our cause. Failing this, Ishgard's fate is all but sealed. Alpina says, pray, sound the horn.
Thanks for reading that off. I forgot to talk to them.
I noticed.
Hirschfelger drops directly on us, killing us instantly.
Do you think the horn, like, automatically makes that sound, or you played that tune on purpose? I just think it's like the dragon dagger.
Hirschfelger's just like, what do you want? You dare summon me again, mortals? Well, this is already going great.
'Tis not lightly that we beg this audience. Pray hearken to our words, for they concern the future of man and dragon both.
Greetings, Hraesvelgr. I am Emmerich de Burrell, acting ruler of the nation of Ishgard. I am come before you to parley on behalf of my people.
To parley? Thinkest thou thy purpose unclear to me? Thou art come to beg mine aid in the battle against the shade of my brood brother. I mean, it was pretty obvious, guys.
You foresaw mine intent.
I but read that which is writ plain in thine eyes. Would that thou had wit enough to scry the answer in mine.
To be fair, Hraesvelgr, you do apparently have wall eyes. They are staring in very different directions.
He's very crocodilian like that. My beloved Shiva did once build a bridge twixt man and dragon, a bridge which thy treacherous forefathers saw fit to tear down, as thou well knowest. Why am I looking ashamed? I'm not part of Ishgard. I wasn't part of this legacy of hatred. I just showed up and started fighting to end it. Thinkest thou Nidhogg was alone in despairing at the murder of our brood sister? Thinkest thou mine own soul did not cry out for vengeance? Know then that upon that accursed day my heart did wither in my breast, and thy kind became unto me the harbingers of despair. "'Tis only Shiva's gentle dream that preventeth me from flying at Nidhogg's shoulder. Be grateful that I swore to abjure aggression ere I consumed her." I permit my children to offer or deny thee aid as they see fit, to warn thy people of my brood brother's coming. That thou wouldst dare ask more of me, but affirmeth thine incurable arrogance. Ready to backsass him, Emmerich? Or maybe Alphino will.
We understand that in your despair at man's betrayal, you seek only the refuge of solitude. But despite your protestations of spent faith, do you not still nurture the smallest flame of hope?
You did show up to help us at... What was it, Azys Law? Yeah, it was Azys Law. Perceivest thou such light in the dusk of mine existence?
I do. If you claim I see falsely, then tell me, why did you consent to bear Rizel upon your back?
Izel, piteous, deluded Izel. The child did lament her past sins, and sought to balance the scales with her remaining days, or remaining day, as it were, because she died immediately. 'Twas her unquenchable passion, so alike to that of my beloved, which did spur me into flight. And for mine own part, I would countenance no longer the hands of evil men to use my brood brother's eye for ill.
So you do distinguish between those who acknowledge and repent their sins and those who perpetuate them. Interesting.
Oh,
It
he's
seems
kind of
to
got
me
you
that
there,
you have
Husfelger.
not, in fact, lost faith in mankind as a whole. Rather, you weigh our respective merits by how we allow the past to influence our future.
Spare me thine idle sophistry. Even were there a mote of truth in thy reasoning, what of it? Wouldst thou have me slay mine own sibling to save a city of mortals? Yes.
Should we suffer ties of blood to bind our hands, then? Nay, if the crime is one of unconscionable evil, we must needs condemn it, even should the transgressor be our closest kin.
And Emmerich knows that all too well.
When my father corrupted himself and his followers with the power of a primal, I beseeched the warrior of light to slay him, an act alike to patricide. That he did not die by my hand matters little. If anything, it heaps greater disgrace upon my name. But had my father not fallen, he would have drawn countless thousands into a holy war of hellish proportions, which I hold the greater crime. Thus did I order his execution, sparing the lives of my people and yours. Alas, your brother Worm now prepares to murder those whom I sought to spare. What is more, he has taken my comrade's body for his own. But if I must slay my dearest friend to defeat my direst foe, I will not flinch from my duty.
Thou wouldst strike down thy friend, and, by example of thy righteousness, persuade me to break mine oath and kill my kindred? Oh, it's your dad. Dad's here. Sup, Minnie? Heed me, my child. The servants of Hydaelyn envision a different outcome. They intend salvation not only for Ishgard, but for the doomed Dragon Slayer as well. I'm not sure you're helping, Minnie. Would you like a link to the Heavensward side stories? You can read them now. Talk to Minda about that. He's my spoiler police for this game.
I've mentioned them to you before. There's a Realm of Dawn one that you can definitely read. Might be the best plan to wait until we've finished Heavensward before you read the Heavensward ones, just in case.
Cool. Believest thou this shade to be Nidhogg returned? Is it not merely a manifestation of his vengeance, the shadow cast by thy brood brother's rage? I would not command thee, but ponder well thy course, lest it lead thee unto greater remorse. Oh, what do I want to say here? Ooh, these are both good options. Help us save our companion.
I'll pick the other one to get the dialogue.
Oh, that struck true. It bothers me that nowhere in the voice lines when Horace Velger is talking about Azael does he say the word Azael.
Yeah, he'll probably have referred to her as like some sort of description instead.
Thou wishest to rescue the Dragoon from his fate along with all the rest? I do begin to see why Azael entrusted her hope unto thee. Thy purpose is pure, but so too is my brood brother's wrath, and 'tis that which lendeth him his all-surpassing might.
The other option is Nidhogg's transformation into Rage Incarnate is, in part, of my own doing. I rendered unlocked unto him mine eye, and empowered his revenge thereby. But 'tis the purity of my brood brother, blah blah blah.
Hast thou the strength of will to stand against so terrible a shadow, I wonder? 'Twould seem I must put thee and thy companions to the proof. Ooh, do we get to fight Horace Velger? It looks like a dog that ate a bee.
Just because of the like snout and like the really puffed up cheek.
Yeah. Oh, it's true.
I do like that all the dragons look so very different from each other.
I shall await.
At least,
I shall await thee in the ruins wherein Ratatoskr once dwelled. Heed well the words of my children, and hasten thee to the place of thy trial. Hey, thanks for the save, Mitty. Emmerich, you want to meet Midgard Sormer? Because he's right here. Say hi. Horace Velger absolutely knew the Moogle was there the entire time.
Can you imagine if Amaric wasn't able to see Midgard Sormer, and every time Midgard Sormer tried to say something, Amaric interrupted him unknowingly?
Oh, right, he did meet Midgard Sormer at the end of Heaven's Word. That's true.
Yeah.
Another day, another trial. Such ordeals must seem almost mundane to you by now. Would that I could say the same. You'll get used to it. I believe I spied a wyvern landing just outside the palace. It is doubtless one of the children of whom Horace Velger spoke. Come, my friends, let us not keep our escort waiting. I keep pressing L1 to access my hotbar. I've been playing too much Crisis Core. My broodmates and I will bear you to the place of your trial. Make your preparations. Is this a trial or?
Dungeon.
Oh, it's a dungeon. Okay, cool. You want in, Teddy?
Sure, yeah.
Cool. So Danny's tank. Teddy, you want to be healer?
Can do.
Alright, we need a fourth. We've got a guest here, Sword Princess, who doesn't get to play with us very often. You want to be our fourth? Yes, please. All right. So pick a DPS class. All right.
I mean, unless you main healer or something, in which case I can switch to a DPS class.
Alrighty, Dancer.
Alrighty, cool.
Cool. All right. Are you ready, Teddy?
Sure.
Cool. Duty finder.
Have you spoken to the Warden yet?
Yes. Sorkai is now unlocked.
Ah, okay. I forgot to do that. Now I'm good. Don't forget your midnight level.
Yes. This one's easy enough for that.
Yeah, if it's in the main plot, you're not gonna have something said.
Fair enough. Majestic and forgotten, its existence unrecorded in the annals of man, a palace rests atop the clouds in the farthest reaches of the churning mists. This skyborn splendor was once home to Ratatoskr, brood sister to Hresvelgr and Nidhogg, until the treachery of mortals ensured that its stones would never again ring under the she-worm's talons. The dragons named it Sorkai, a grieving apology for their failure to avert her fate, and they watched with infinite sadness as Ratatoskr's empty roost was overrun by bird and beast. This is the place Hresvelgr has chosen for your trial. Prove yourself in the faded shadow of one sibling, and convince the Great Worm to aid you against the wrathful shade of the other. Okay, so I'm guessing we'll be facing Hresvelgr as the final boss of this dungeon. Don't tell me. Oh, right, Duty Finder. Whoops.
I never read the description, so hey.
Quite the dramatic one.
Indeed. Hey, Oxyton, how's it going?
Hey, man.
I am not holding on to that wyvern very securely. Yeah, I'm lucky. It was like 85, 90 degrees for a few days a couple weeks ago, but it's been a nice 50 to 60 for a while now.
Also, I have driver's license photo. I forgot to update my portrait. No.
Oh, that's a funky enemy.
I think these ones are based off of enemies from Tactics Ogre.
I've got to pick that up. I want to stream it. I just have so many games to play.
Yeah, I need to play through it so much. I've got the Super Famicom version.
Technically, you know, Palace of the Dead.
Uh-huh.
That's technically like Tactics Ogre crossover content.
Really? Huh.
Yeah. And it's not, a big deal isn't made out of it because it's just like the developers were enthusiastic about it and that was it.
Yeah, like, specifically one character in it is from there. It's implied that he actually did travel between the worlds, but there's no great details on it.
They do a similar thing with the Final Fantasy XIV crossover event that they occasionally run.
16?
Oh no, sorry, 15. My brain's not good still. I woke up recently.
Yeah, is it 13 or 15 where you can find a Mikote just wandering the world?
15, but you can also in Lightning Returns 13 get a Mikote outfit in that. It was that was the the 13 have a collaboration that had lightning appearing in the world of 14.
I like that most of the Final Fantasy XIV collaborations with stuff have like made really good stuff on both sides.
Yeah, there's
Wait, did I say 14? I thought I said 13 or 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, both 15 and 13 have Final Fantasy XIV.
Yeah.
crosses.
No, Inigo is scolding me for saying 14. Did I say 14?
No.
I think you said 15.
There's also two crossovers with 11 as well. One is implied to be what the canonical events of what happened to a character that went missing for a little while, and the other is Shantota, who canonically has decided to start going around to other worlds and covering them.
She's so funny. Are you a fan of Shantotto? I forget, Laura.
The only exposure I've had to Shantotto was Dissidia Duodecim.
Must be someone else I know that's really excitable about her.
She seemed fun.
Yeah, I only really know her from Dissidia. And, well, the Final Fantasy.
I am absolutely not going to go back and play 11, but she does seem fun.
I want to eventually. Me and a friend are planning to do it on a private server.
If I ever play 11, I'm definitely going to play a Galka. They have big, thick tails. It's very cute.
Huh.
There are no male Mithra, so I can't just...
I know.
I can't have a parallel guy.
Chief said Moglin?
Yeah.
As far as you go, Bryn, you and your ridiculous name... you and a ridiculous name won't make it past me.
Why is Moglin fighting us?
Because they're guardians of Hraesvelgr.
I guess.
Good King Mogulmog music.
Oh no, it is the good King Mogulmog music.
But before the lyric phase, yeah, we just have to knock them out of that area, because that will grow the record. And to be fair, this is just the theme.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so Nightmare Before Christmas.
Absolutely.
It's been around since Final Fantasy V.
The two songs came out at around the same time, if I recall correctly.
Oh wait, this is actually the Moogle theme? I guess I can hear that.
This is a remix of the Moogle theme, yes.
The only times I've heard the Moogle theme are in 5 and 6, and the only time I've heard it recently was in 6.
It's also in 9 at the Mognet Central.
Yeah, but I never made it to Mognet Central.
It's a weird side quest to do, yeah.
I think in my 9 playthrough that I started on stream, I've already locked myself out of it.
No? You can't.
Well, can't you miss letters?
You can always access it through, you just need a gold chocobo. It's getting a specific item that needs a certain amount of letters.
You like get a certain item and then go to a certain location, right?
But there is specifically a quest line that you can't miss letter-wise. You don't have to get 100% letters.
Gotcha.
Just a specific line.
But yes, Laura, essentially the Moogle theme is, yeah. And they'll say very much Nightmare Before Christmas the hell out of the song.
Yeah.
And then there's also part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the part I recognize.
They really should have had the Moogle theme playing in the Mock House game in Final Fantasy XIV. I don't know why they did it, would it?
Destroy egg before hatch.
Oh, Onzus. Oh, I can see how those would be trouble. Oh, cockatrice. Oh, cockerels.
Also, other things that Moglin said during that fight. I'm not the chieftain because I'm the biggest, I'm the chieftain because I'm the baddest.
Nice!
When resurrecting, no time for naps, everyone fights, no one quits. And then when you beat him, oh, that's enough, you made your point, this isn't a fight to the death. Oh, I think his Angaroo killed its children.
Neglectful parents do be like that.
Let's reunite.
One second
Ooh,
it's, oh, I
morbid.
don't care about my child. The next second it's, how dare you murder them in cold blood.
What did you say, Law?
I said oof. And something else I've already forgotten.
Fair enough. The music here is suitably epic.
Yeah, I like it.
It is not the best music you'll hear during this patch though.
I'm guessing you think the Nidhogg music is suitably epic?
Now why would we fight?
I need this treasure. Greed. Dark Knight gear. I'll roll greed on that.
Oops, sorry.
I don't need it. I just was rolling greed on it. Don't worry. You're the main Dark Knight.
Oh, it's nowhere near as good as what Elena gave me. I just kind of needed it on instinct. I use a lot of Grand Company seals to make a profit on the main character, and as well as send my squadron on missions to get items that will let me make food last longer, so I don't have to use as much money on food.
That reminds me, after this dungeon I need to turn my poetics into Green Company seals.
Yes, I've been keeping up with my gear. Alright, what's this Berserker's armor device? Greed. And greed.
Whee!
Pokerage.
Stifle.
That's a cool name for an area.
Do I have this mount?
I do on my main as well. If you get a lightning above your head, try to avoid it being near the barriers. It will destroy them.
Barriers?
Oh, this got reworked a little bit, didn't it?
Looking around the arena, I don't see any barriers.
They're on the sides.
Oh.
Yeah. Be at a side with the barriers, not near the lightning. No, don't go in there. That gives you a dot.
Why did you go in there?
I didn't.
That is a hell of a dot.
Exactly. Yeah, the point is when he dashes, you want to be at the edge, but you want to be at a barrier so you don't get knocked into the lightning.
Oh, right, the barrier, not the lightning. You said to get by the barrier, and I instinctively went for the interesting part of the side area.
Yeah, the death zone.
I have a purple thing over my head.
Take that near the lightning so it doesn't break barrier.
These tank busters are hitting like we're synced or something.
Okay, so dash, be at the barrier. I'm only afraid of real life heights.
I get my fear of heights effective in various games. Like Minecraft, my fear of heights goes nuts. So if I get that purple arrow again, I go next to the lightning so it doesn't break a barrier?
Right.
Okay.
Because otherwise we'll run out of ways to not get knocked into a barrier. No, knocked into the lightning. He dashes. Because there is a pushback when he dashes.
Fighting Twilight Sparkle, fun.
Oh, there's also the directional thing it does that destroys barriers. Oh, okay.
Well, that was a cool fight. I like that.
It definitely made it more demanding mechanically when they reworked it.
I don't
You
think
move to the Answer of Shame? There's an area name. This is a cool dungeon. I like this.
Yeah.
You ready to beat up Racefelger's babies?
We've done that before.
Yeah.
He won't be mad.
I like that dragons seem to all look the same when they're like younger, but the older they get, the more different they look.
Yeah, dragons evolve differently depending on the environments they're in and their interests. Basically, dragons in this game are like Digimon.
Yeah,
cool.
Like Digimon, they also don't have like, you know, sex, like as in male, female,
yeah,
etc.
Like they have gender expression, but they don't have actual sex.
So it seems it's implied that the gender expression just comes from exposure to man, really.
So basically, Gatomon's a girl because Kari's a girl.
Gatomon's a girl because she just sees herself that way. It's just like theoretically, it would be possible for an angel woman to be masculine. And in fact, in at least one of the games, there is an Ophanimon who has a very feminine body shape, being a womanly angel to evolve from Ophanimon, who consistently gets referred to by he/him pronouns.
Cool.
Also, I got confused for a second, like, what the fuck is Gatomon? And then I remembered. I remembered that Tailmon is called Gatomon for some reason.
I mean, it is a bit more of an appealing name than just being named Tail.
I like Tailmon.
I'm with Danny on this one, sorry.
Wait. Do you have a favorite Digimon lore?
I haven't watched Digimon in a very long time, and I only ever watched Season 1 and part of Season 2. So I don't really have an opinion on Digimon coolness.
Understandable. My favorite is Raremon.
I
thought Wizardmon was cool.
I can imagine the Apollomon line being to your taste, given your interest in fire.
Oh, hey, wait up! I was looking at the treasure.
Face Ogre just flies off to a place we can't reach. Is like, what? Can you not fly? Trial failed. Danny,
Yep, it's Big Daddy time.
Absolutely.
What are you saying, Teddy?
You know that Wizardmon is one of the Digimon that's a crossover with other digital pets?
Yes, it is.
Really?
Yeah. There's Nanimon is as well, based on a Tamagotchi monster.
Alright, now remember guys, don't kill him. Just wound him.
And remember not to leave before we get a screenshot.
Yes. Sword Prince said, don't leave the arena after the fight, because we are going to take a screenshot possibly for the thumbnail. Actually, before we go, see that thing in the background up ahead of us? Would that be a good background for the thumbnail?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, let's...
Do you want to do it now?
Yeah. Should we do it everybody looking up at it, or with our backs to it? Probably with our backs to it.
So if we want to get it with our backs to it, we could probably, like, stand not next to the purple, because that would make it weird.
Well, doesn't that go away in
I don't know if there's
G-pose?
a better location, really.
I might be able to hide the purple.
Oh, okay.
We seem to have misaligned ourselves. I don't know which way we're pointing.
This way, I guess. I don't know. I was following Danny's lead because I'm just used to doing what the tank does.
It's just you said about looking at it.
Sword Princeton, if you could move back to where you were before.
Yeah, Lord, do you want to move a bit closer to the middle?
Oh, am I not in the middle?
Oh no, you're way off to the side. There we go. Teddy, if you close in a little.
I can do that.
Okay, let's do this then. Oh, actually, before I do it, Law, do you want to do /V pose?
Oh, the victory.
Nope, not expand log. Say. That should be pose.
Cool. So get out of this thing.
I don't like that.
Yeah, you kind of tend away. How about big stance? Am I right? I should be able to get you in like the adjusting your wrist pose maybe.
Is the Lady Black Mage victory pose different from the Man Black one?
Well, she did the oh ho 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 ho.
Yeah, I wish I could do the oh ho 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 ho. I wish I could do the funny Kefka laugh.
There's they both do a laugh. It's just a different laugh.
I just didn't think mine was appropriate to the screenshot. Sword Princess, we will probably also take a screenshot in the boss arena after the fight, so stick around. Let's take a look.
I'm still taking it, but I kind of like the poses that we've got. Okay, I can't get rid of the purple, but it should be able to get a good camera angle where it's not an issue.
Yeah, we're snapping selfies in the middle of Hirschfelger's trial. Hirschfelger, anyways.
He can see us from where we are.
Oh yeah, wow, he is down there, huh?
Okay, how is this one? It's just loading now.
Looks good. Oh, she is doing the Kefka pose, isn't she? Looks good.
I will love that. Oh, sorry.
I will paste that in Twitch chat, and we can go. But first, Teddy, what were you saying?
I still love that Kefka does like a Ojo-sama laugh, and people did not realize that it was an Ojo-sama laugh for so long in the West because of the digital crunch on it.
I mean, Dissidia goes from a sort of sound rather than no.
I don't know. It sounded like ah ha 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 when I played 6. Oh well.
Yeah, I'm saying Dissidia. You keep copying the mini version of it.
Well, I mean, the version you're thinking of is also English voice acted, right, Danny?
Yeah.
So yeah, they might have stuck with in the Japanese one for all we know.
Wait, they re-recorded that one audio clip for the English version?
No,
we're talking about Dissidia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What? Right.
Well, I wonder how the Hirschfelger fight got changed.
Well, this should be interesting. You guys ready?
Also, you look so arrogant in that screenshot, Chuck. It's perfect.
Let me look at it again. Yeah, I do look kind of arrogant there. Oh, shit. Everybody went ahead of me. Whoops.
This is different.
Oh, yeah. This fight is very much reworked. There used to be 9. There used to be 9 platforms that you had to jump between and they'd get destroyed.
This is really cool already. He's just looming. And my camera is behind the scenery. Yo, Hirschfelger, wait there. Actually, we do have the opportunity. He hasn't aggroed to us yet.
Yeah, and we haven't. Everyone can get in the same positions, I suppose, because we haven't changed our animations yet.
Similar positions.
Ah, now we have.
This is really funny.
I thought you had a stream frame for a second, then I realised we should an advert popping up.
Wait, I'm getting ads mid-stream now?
It's just like your screen sort of shrank a bit and had an advert there.
Oh, okay. As long as it's not blocking the video.
No.
Good. I do my best to avoid having ads interrupt the stream. I only play them when I'm on a break.
Oh my god, I've got something perfect.
Show us.
Okay, just one minute, I need to get the camera angle just right.
We're using that. We're using that. Yes. Perfect. Oh my god, somebody DM that to Minda.
I only wish I could tuck myself into the right.
Oh, sorry, Teddy. Oh,
Okay.
that's perfect. Oh God. Do you want to redo that with you with the right hand side of that, Teddy?
I would enjoy that if it would have ended up taking too much time.
Danny, you think you can knock that out quick?
Give it a shot.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It's gonna take a little bit to try and get you in the right pose again.
I sat and unsat so that it'll be easier for you for when it comes to my pose.
That's amazing. Thank you, Danny. That's the thumbnail.
Let me know if I need to come in a little bit closer.
It's not you I'm having an issue with, it's getting Law's eyes open. Oh wait, I think I've got it, I'm gonna have to move myself. There we go.
I think that might be my favorite thumbnail we've ever done. Sorry this is taking so long, Sword Princess. It's worth it.
This is like the opposite of that pointing, like, image meme. With the two excitable looking people pointing.
How's it going, Danny?
It's a little hard to get the poses right again. That one. Oh, fuck.
Right, moved a little, so I don't get expelled for being AFK.
No, I can't recreate it, I'm afraid.
Oh,
That's
damn it.
understandable.
Damn it.
I
Oh,
mean, hey,
well.
you got it to begin with, so it's all good.
Yeah. Oh, man, that's so good, Danny.
Selfie with the fucking great worm.
Oh, hang on. Before we start, I'm gonna send that to a friend. Okay, let's go.
Alright. Come, warrior. Show me what strength doth remain in thy frail mortal shell.
How did he do a tank buster behind him? With his tail?
It's one of those enemies that beat float. Hey, they're teaching you about funny wings light up, get away from them type mechanics.
Yeah. Yeah, the entire side is
Oh, and it's also got the... Now get to the middle.
You
There
dodged
you
that
go.
by accident.
Okay, we're about to get a fucking...
Come on, get in, Lo. Stay grouped up. Come on, you hit.
I do love that Ockmord's marker is just the stack marker, but like 3 of them on top of each other.
A stack of stacks.
So, Lore, there's a big lighty wing. Don't want to be on that side when that's happening.
I was focused on my hotbar, sorry.
I understand.
Diamond Storm. This is Digimon.
Oh, because of Shiva.
Aww. Oh, it's slippery.
I love slippery terrain.
Oh god. Oh god.
Your hitbox is only 1 pixel big.
This is awkward.
I love slippery terrain. It's so funny.
Reprisal that velocity. Okay.
I also healed Lore before it happened for
Yeah.
safety.
I didn't get hit by any of the orange circles. I was fine.
Yeah, you just still have the bomb stack from the funny wing attack. That's why you're taking hell of damage. There we go. 1 second. We're okay.
We
Big
go
whitey
right.
wing. Come to the right. Yay. Okay.
God, you can't see a thing.
Don't be mean.
Looking at the stream.
Don't be mean, but also Lore should zoom out his camera.
There, I zoomed out a little.
All the way, seriously.
I can
know
see
you
his
like-
wings now.
I know you like your character's appearance, but you've got the cutscenes for that. There's time for glamour, which is almost all the time, and there's time for gameplay, which is during the gameplay.
Oh, should I?
Can do. Yeah, well, that was a good 5% of damage.
I guess I will not do anything for the rest of the fight. He only has 3%.
If you want to have that pose later, sure.
Yeah.
That's up to you.
He's at 2% health. I can just stand here. Nice.
Wrangler's chaps. What are these?
That's right. You better run.
If we stand like over here together, we could get the big castle in the background with like without the purple smoky text and stuff.
To be fair, we do already have 2 screenshots from this place.
That is true. We don't necessarily need another.
We're using the one with Restvelger. Like, let's be real.
Yeah.
There's no way I don't use that, even if the Nidhogg stuff is really cool. We're using the one with Restvelger.
Wow, those trousers are cowboy as fuck.
Yeah, and I cannot stress this enough. Paul.
Right.
I keep looking at the selfie. Even bereft of an eye, my brood brother was a fearsome foe indeed. Oh, specific dialogue for me being an Azure Dragoon. But having tasted thy strength firsthand, full well can I imagine how thou didst bring him low. The dread title of Azure Dragoon is no empty appellation.
The other version is, but having tasted thy strength firsthand, I do begin to see how thou did bring him low. Highly tuned as well.
Very well, I shall trust in the seed of man one last time. By thy deeds shall the flickering hope that lingereth yet within my heart be kindled anew or extinguished forever.
No pressure, though.
No pressure. Oh, you were watching Vidofnir. Who's the other one?
Vedafalnir.
That you yet stand is ready proof of your determination, mortals. Let us fight as allies then, and together banish my brood brother's vengeful shade. On my oath, the wrath that once was Nidhogg shall meet its end. Oh, before the change for duty support, before you enter this dungeon, Alphino and Emmerich were sent to different parts of Sor Kai to face trials administered by the still recovering Vidofnir and Vedafalnir, respectively. Oh, that's cool.
Vedafalnir is the brother of Vidofnir, who appears in a chain of fate in the Churning Mists, where he is fighting against various members of Nidhogg's Horde, and specifically has a rivalry against another one. I believe he's also involved in some of the Dragoon quests as well.
Cool. This I swear on the memory of my beloved Shiva and on the soul of lost Izel. Hell yeah! That is so cool. We have a dragon on our side. It's gonna be so cool to have him in the fight.
Yeah, we've got a dragon on our side that isn't a foot tall.
That is very true. Countless times have I fought the minions of Nidhogg, but never did I imagine that I would one day face Resvelger himself. Oh, my poor ribs. That was a painful reminder of a great worm's might. And had he truly meant us harm, we would not be standing here now. Plainly, his intent was to teach. His onslaught forced me to recall my training about the speed of the dragon, his balance, his blind spots. It was, in short, a very thorough lesson. Hi, Moglin. Thanks for the ambush. Oh, Kupo. Lore, let me begin by congratulating you on the completion of your trial. For one with a name more befitting a jester? Screw you! You fight with the savagery of a rabid demon. Do you see how my wings are kicked? Even my paw makes. After this drubbing, I fear my loyal subjects will have to bear the load of my personal chores for quite some time. possibly indefinitely. Oh, the Moogles are great. What? When I told you about Lore's trial, I didn't mean for the rest of us to suffer. Oh, so you meant for Moglin to suffer, then? That's triple shifts for you, Morgan. Triple? But that's not fair. There's no justice, Kupo. None at all. Well, that was a bit of a mood whiplash. Yeah, fucking dragon on our side. Hi, Moogles. Moogles doing chores.
Our negotiations proved rather more strenuous than I had anticipated, but the results seem well worth the effort.
The battle was indeed hard won. Thank you, my friends.
Moog whiplash.
I would never have earned Trace Velga's cooperation had you not seen fit to grant me yours. 'Twas your stalwart heroism that moved the heart of the Great Worm at the last. Any gratitude I can offer is but poor reward for your continued service to Ishgard.
You're welcome.
'Twould seem our final reckoning with the dread worm is at hand. I only wish we had some inkling as to when he means to strike.
Oh, hey, speak of the devil. Right now we fight him.
Oh, gods.
The cry heraldeth his coming. Nidhogg's shade hath taken wing.
It has begun. We must away to Ishgard.
Ooh, do we get to fight him in the streets of Ishgard? That'll be cool. The only reward I wanted is to get the hell out of Ishgard. Oh, man. Okay. I think it's time for a break. That was awesome, though. That was awesome. So, I'm gonna take a quick break, have a snack. I'll be back in a few minutes, guys.
Aye, aye.
Yeah, the ways that was changed were interesting.
Yeah.
I think I do prefer it over the jump around all the platforms version. It's less quote-unquote unique, but I feel like it helps to teach some of the mechanics that you'll be bumping into later.
I can't believe I accidentally got a fucking selfie with it. Yeah, the platforms haven't really worked with trust, sadly.
I also think that the platforms are kind of a goofy gimmick to begin with.
Yeah, honestly, they didn't really add much to it. You just kind of felt like you were just bouncing around all the time instead of actually participating.
Yeah. finally got my island sanctuary up to rank 15.
Ah, I'm at 15. I need to get to 16 if I want that new mount.
You want what?
The mount.
Oh, cool.
I also need to get more nutsacks.
Oh, more sacks of nuts, yeah.
Yeah, I completely forgot that there's a mount for that I've not got.
Are you on like a hunt train Discord?
I'm on Faloop.
On what?
Faloop.
Ah, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
I don't really tend to check on it enough though.
I just have myself set for a role that pings me when a hunt train happens. Well, when I want to do hunt trains. Right now I'm like, I don't want to do those right now, so I'm not.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I totally forgot about that mount given my obsessions. Let me see, how am I doing? According to Final Fantasy XIV Collect, I am 988th position in on my data center for in the mount like when tracking mounts. I'm 988th, so I'm in the top 1,000.
Nice.
Oh, on Omega itself, I'm 132.
Yeesh. I'm so glad we told Lore not to worry about materia melding, because it's such a pain in the ass when you actually do care about it.
Yeah, I mean,
They've got to have an economy there somehow.
I didn't have too much trouble because since
Let me rephrase this. Sorry, let me put another qualifier. It's such a pain in the ass to do it for crafters and gatherers.
yeah, when it came to combat, I'd been saving up the clusters since and any materia that of direct hit and crit since August, because that was when the previous tier came out. As a result, not only did I not have to spend a penny in order to fully materia myself up, I also had enough clusters to fully materia another one of my static members up.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. The game throws combat materia at you like it's nothing. The crafting and gathering materia is the shit that you have to like roll around in the dirt to try to get.
Yeah.
I pray we are not too late. Rick is desperate to fly to Ishgard's defense. Are we doing the trial immediately, I wonder? Ishgard will not last long. Excuse me. Ishgard will not last long against Nidhogg and his horde. We must away. Ah, he's still here. We teleport back, it'll be fine. Oh, maybe Harass Velger's gonna take us. That would be cool. Know you then what this roar portendeth?
Aye. I must return to my city without delay.
Ride that Dargan. Ride that Dargan. Then we shall lend you our wings. Let us meet with Nidhogg on the field of battle, and together bring an end to his wrathful song. Oh, which one of us gets to ride Resvelger? Oh, I hope it's me. It's probably Emmerich. Oh, no, it is me. I get to ride Resvelger. Wait, no, I'm not holding on yet. Oh, it has already started, huh? Well, that guy's dead. I wonder how many of these are former Ishgardians.
Remember your training! We hold fast until the Lord Commander returns. Ugh. We must hold.
Yeah, we'll be here in a minute. Don't worry. Oh, she is killing dragons left and right. Oh, Madeleine. Or no, that's Artoirel. Did the dragons realize they could just fly past these guys?
They've probably got the magical wards back up.
Ah, true.
lads! By the Fury, that one is the size of Nidhogg.
What's up, everybody? We brought some friends. Look at that dainty little hop off the dragon's back.
Lord Commander!
You are late, Warrior of Light.
Yeah, I'm here now. Calm down. I brought a dragon. What more do you want from me?
Oh, that walk is badass.
Oh, there's the motherfucker. Wait, we're about to fight him right now. Isn't this gonna be a trial? Don't I need to bring a party in? Wherefore standest thou with these vermin, brother?
Yeah, the way the language works, like that's just, you notice how short that was compared to what was said. It's probably along the lines of, brother, then in allies, or something like that in their language.
So what you're saying is dragons speak in caveman speak. Abandon this war, Shade. The suffering thou sowest serveth no end. The traitor's progeny have learned of their forefathers' betrayal, and seek now to make amends with our kind. Yeah, how's it going, Rankyle? Welcome. Never shall our grief be assuaged, nor our loss forgotten, but reconciliation may yet halt the spread of this plague of enmity. Forsake thy vengeance and be at peace. What soft-headed ramblings are these? Thy dalliance with that vile maid. Oh, he's insulting your wife, Svelger. Are you gonna take that? Hath robbed thee of thy wits. Mayhap her cloying perfume hath made thee forget the stench of our brood sister's lifeblood. Thou darest speak thus of my beloved? Ah, so the flames of rage may yet be kindled. I feared thy heart's fire had long since gone out, but waste not thy fury on words, brother. Thou shalt have need of it for the battle. Oh shit, I'm getting out of the way. We're gonna let the dragons fight. Hell yes. Hell yes. Alright, so this Yoda versus Dooku at the end of Attack of the Clones. When are the lightsabers coming out?
The dragons just pulled out lightsabers.
Oh, okay. I didn't know he could do that. Uh-oh. This is cool.
The music being gentle really adds to it as well. Like, there's ancient power at work.
Okay, so my prediction is Resvelgar weakens him and he flees and we track him down because Resvelgar couldn't finish the job. Oh shit! Oh shit! They fused, though they're Nidhogg.
Could you imagine?
Oh, uh-oh. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Well, that's bad. Oh, no, did he lose an eye? Ugh. Thou art weak, Resvelgar, a slithering worm who fawneth on the vermin who should rightly be his prey. For 1,000 years have I fought without cease, and thou didst think to prevail against me? Glory. Oh, did he give me his eye? Glory not in thy victory, Shade. The battle is not yet won. My power and my hope have I entrusted to another. Yup, he gave me his eye. Thine eye, what hast thou done? Hell yes. Hell yes. Oh no, it's like that, it's like the battle against the, against Rabon. I'm the tethered one. And Nidhogg, 10 points for you right here. Come and get him. Oh, vocals.
Dragon song.
Two souls intertwined, one true love they did find, bringing land and heavens near. But flames that burn full bright soon fell dark. Memories dimmed by shadowed hearts in the waxing gloom.
This is good. Fool, thou wouldst trust a mortal with thy strength? Not just any mortal, motherfucker. I know thee. 'Twas thou who didst intrude upon my lair, and best the half of me. But now I am whole, and naught in creation shall deny me my vengeance. Yeah, that's a good-ass song. The final steps of faith.
Right. Do you remember that on this bridge when we had that solo duty where we fought against Vishap as he walked along breaking the barriers?
Uh-huh.
When that was a trial, it was called Steps of Faith. Hence why this is the final Steps of Faith.
Ah, cool. Alright, so, we've got Danny, Teddy, and Sword Princess in the party. IGU wants in. Sanctferum wants in, and Jojo wants in.
As does Milena.
As does Milena. So that's our 8.
Cool.
Okay. Jojo is Mana Yuzuka, right?
Yeah.
Dara. And Raphael is Sanctferum, right?
I think so, yeah. Do you see why we wanted you to get to 3.3 before you start to break with the story?
Yeah, this is cool. Right, and there's our 8. Oh, the song is still going. I love it.
Looks like we've got 3 healers right now.
Alright, so Danny's tanking, I'm DPS. We need 2 healers, so sort that out. And we need a second tank.
Yep, we've got a White Mage and a Scholar, we have 2 Dark Knights, and then after that we've got Dancer, Black Mage, Dancer, Bard. So we are good.
We're good?
Yeah, we'll do a ready check first, just to make sure. Yep. I'll main tank Temperate, but when it comes to the ads, do you want to take the east one and I'll take the west one? Everybody else, target the middle one because it ignores aggro.
Gotcha. Is the ready check still going? Check 7 of 8. Teddy, you ready? There we go.
There we go.
Alright, let's visit the blessings of Ralgar on this motherfucker. Okay, final steps of faith. Trials, the final steps of faith. Imbued with Resvelgar's last sliver of hope, you stand at the forefront of your allies as the last bastion against the raging shade of Nidhogg. Have you the resolve to conquer the Great Worm at the height of his power, or will Ishgard perish in fire and ruin? Here, on the battle-stricken steps of faith, your deeds shall decide how the final verse of a 1,000-year dirge of grief and vengeance will be sung. Are we doing this minimum item level or normal?
Minimum? Well, sure. Again, it's in the plot, so it's not going to be super rough or anything.
Okay, cool. We'll give it a shot. Alright, let's do it.
The MSQ is designed so that everybody can enjoy it. It does get harder as it goes on, but at no point will it be absurd.
IGU does not want to do minimum item level.
No, I think, you've not set a minimum item level.
Yes I did.
Yeah.
It stayed on from the last one.
Yeah.
Alright, so let's start again. I guess 3.3 is much shorter than 1.1 and 0.2.
Oh yeah, it's only 6 quests.
I think they also came out more quickly than 1.1 and 1.2.
Alright, bye. He just leaves and spreads flame across the place so we can't get to him. Hell yes. Hell yes.
Ooh, nice Final Fantasy XI outfit. Steady. Okay.
Thanks. It's just Eureka best in slot.
Yeah, it's literally from 11.
Yeah.
Alright, 8 of 8. That is a big-ass bow, Segfarum.
Yeah, that's the Panda Lux.
Alright, so there's gonna be, 2 ads, one in the west and one in the east, you were saying?
3
Did
ads.
people stand in the cleave, you guys?
Temporary stance was also 10. Let's die.
Whoops. Hey, I lived through that.
Instant and re-instant, so we don't do it with a stack of echo.
Should be. Yeah, 3 ads will appear. One tank takes one, the other tank takes the other, and west, east, and west. But the third one ignores aggro, so everybody has to pile on it and kill it as fast as possible. Yeah, it was too fast to pop echo. Let's try that again.
Didn't bother.
Alright, let's thunder him again. This is a good final boss track. I like this.
It's both relaxing and dramatic.
Oh, okay, man. Started running the wrong direction at first until the indicator spread all the way, and I could see that I was running into it.
Due to the way the attacks complete, temporary, you don't need to be in front unless you're. Okay. Here come the ads. Oh no, not yet. Still does that cleave bit first.
Ow. Ow. Alright, back on my feet.
Like Hans, the song is from Heidel's perspective, singing about how she can't understand this kind of conflict.
Alright, so the middle one.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the ones on the I think it's extreme.
Oh, he wants me. Alright, one's down. Which one? Do we just do whatever one now?
Yeah, yeah.
Whichever, yeah. Like Nidhogg just watching this, like, yeah, fight, yeah.
Who?
Nidhogg.
Oh,
He was to the north staring.
Oh,
Nidhogg
he's...
Dragoon
Oh, I was wondering why he was in that shape. That is Astidian, isn't it? Ow.
Music change.
Oh, damn, that looks cool. Gonna get away from you.
This attack later became a Dragoon attack.
Cool.
And so did that big super attack that he did as well.
Away from each other, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't have one on me.
And then away from that pulse.
Alright, he's at 60%. We're working on it. Go away from me! Away from me!
Blood brother Yao has doomed me, but if I must meet mine end, then all shall burn upon my pyre.
Oh, there go both of our healers. Oh, no.
It's fine, our red mage can hopefully resurrect us.
Not at level 64.
Oh, damn.
Not to level 64.
Rest in peace.
What did I do wrong there?
Nidhogg dashed down the middle.
Yeah, I was in the exact middle when it happened, and I was like, fuck. Minimum item level, Nidhogg got hands.
Yeah. But yeah, 3 awesome music tracks in this one fight. It's really good.
Yeah. I like it.
Okay. Let's do that again then.
Oh, no, the echo's going. Oh, well.
I mean, we can always uninstance and reinstance if you're worried about Echo. It's not that much of a hassle.
Plus, the echo's not massive. It doesn't just do it for us.
Yeah, we'll just go.
Yeah, you can turn off the Echo in the settings, though.
Yeah, I just forgot to. It's been a while since it mattered.
down the middle.
I pressed my sprint at just the wrong moment. Just a smidgen too late. All right, 75%. We're working him. All right, middle one.
Middle one's a fun introduction to like heavily telegraphed attacks with no cast bar because of the cleave it does.
Yeah, it raises his arm and slashes. So you got to get behind it when it raises it.
Oh, I plopped my ley lines right as it came at me.
In the extreme version, one of them does magic damage and gives you a roll to physical damage, and vice versa, so you can't have one tank taking both.
Ah, interesting. Okay. So is that a fancy stack? Is that why everybody got together?
No, it's just easier for the healers to get us that way.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Hadn't thought about that.
It's why even if you're a range like a Black Mage or a Bard or whatnot, you still want to be somewhat close to it, just so that the healers can get you. The amount of time I've seen a Black Mage die because they're so far away from me.
Hey, he targeted everyone but the healers.
Very close to the proximity.
Yeah, last time it started from the edge, and I thought it was that in the beginning, or this time.
It targets one of the players that I previously hit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it targeted one of the healers with the proximity marker.
This boss fight theme is so good. The fact that it uses so many leitmotifs from the Heaven's Ward expansion and all.
Right, 50%.
Yeah, the middle situation with all the AoEs around is really the worst you could get him back.
Okay, everyone stack up and stay together.
Fireballs moving around the arena, okay?
Yeah, they explode like Bomberman bombs. So if they're in the middle like that, you want to be at the corner. If they're at the corner, you want to be in the middle. I figured that that comparison was the best way to describe it.
Damn it, I didn't move fast enough. Oh, I survived. Okay. All right, 30%. Stack. Get a thunder on him while he's doing this.
This third song is just as good.
20%. Are there more fireballs?
Yep, they're in the corners this time, so middle is safe. Especially now.
Oh, there goes Milena.
Don't worry.
Oh, he's looking at me. Ah! Look, we got no limit break games this fight.
Oh,
no, the limit break was just used by melee.
Ah, okay. Oh shit, a stack!
Okay.
Hell yes! That was really cool. That was cool. All right, now poke the eyes.
Everybody stay for the screenshot.
All right, tackle him. Try not to impale yourself on his armor, but tackle him.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing seriously cool in the edges of the arena.
No,
so I guess we all
right
I guess we all loob over Astidian.
Yeah. Temporary kind of in the way of law.
Yeah, IGU scooch to the left a little.
Still kind of in the way.
St. Ferrum, you're facing the wrong direction.
Law, do you want to move a little bit forwards? About there? That should be good. Alright, let's see what I can do with this then.
Cool. That was a cool fight. The song about Sresvelgar and Shiva was my favorite music out of that, but the whole thing was very good. There is Sresvelgar off in the background, but not at a point where we could really include him in a shot. Wait, that was the Heavensward credit theme?
Yeah.
Huh, how do I not remember that?
Probably just us chit-chatting over it.
Yeah, true. That was a really cool final boss fight. I like that. That would have been piss easy without minimum item level, though. It was very lucky that we killed him the moment he started hitting that stack at the end.
Yeah.
So I was focused on him and I didn't see the stack until later. My cool bow is the Anima Lux bow, the final stage of the Bard Heavensward relic. Cool. That is a pretty badass bow. That's the Hres Velger hat? Huh. Oh, it's dyed, I see. It autos to a dull blue. Oh, that's not very red mage of it.
How about...
That's pretty good. That would be a great thumbnail if we didn't already have the thumbnail.
Thumbnail heavy game.
Alright, let me paste that in chat. Oh, Danny already did.
Sanctiferum has disappeared from the picture. Still have eye.
Yeah, it's hard to get everybody in when we're all in a row.
You did a good angle, though. You got most of us.
I'm just like, look at my relic weapon.
Oh, I see you now. Oh, man. Alright, I think that's a good thumbnail. Let us proceed. Oh.
Estinian!
Thanks for playing with us, guys. To chat. It's that shot of an Alphino with the text, "You are no longer receiving an EXP bonus."
Nay, I will not allow it. I am of the first brood. I am vengeance incarnate. I am Nidhogg. Thou shalt die by my hand.
Oh, 1v1 fight. Would have been perfect if I had been leveling Dragoon and was a Dragoon. Oh, nope, he's going to throw his spear. Oh, Estinian's fighting back! Hell yeah.
This is not your handwork.
Hell yes. Oh no, uh-oh. Oh no. Oh shit.
Thou wilt obey.
I would ask one last favor of you, Warrior of Light. Finish me. Now, while I have the beast
We could just
subdued.
stab the eyes, Estinian. Hold tight, Alphino.
You waste your time. Kill me! It is the only way! Ending Nidhogg will be my final duty!
No! You can't die like this! I won't let you!
Zell? Oh, that is Azel. Teddy's hand reaches in. Oh, Chiffon! Oh! The ghosts of those we've lost come to aid us.
Those we have lost, those we hit.
Alright, now drop the eyes before we get possessed. Oh, Chiffon! Oh. Oh, I teared up a little.
Yeah.
Face down, ass up!
That seems so good. Wow, copied it later.
You're definitely going to need new armor now, Estinian.
The eyes! Cast them into the abyss!
Yet this bond of hope, my treachery was broke, scattering her words to the wind.
Hey, Alphino, mine flew farther.
To be fair, you do have like 6 foot height on him.
Ball is life.
He lives. Ah, Estinian, my ill-fated friend. Lucia, summon the healers. I want them ready to receive him.
At once, Lord Commander.
Don't salute, just go do it. We're in a hurry.
Allow me to do this much, at least.
Oh, hey, how you doing without your wig? The Horde have sensed the fall of their master and scattered to the winds. Hey, you want your eye back? Because I don't want to become a vessel for Svelger.
You have my gratitude, Svelger. Your deeds this day have saved a great many lives.
Then our alliance hath served its purpose. Thou didst wield the power I granted thee well. 'Twas thine own skill and not mine eye which earned thee victory. Are you just leaving without your eye? Wait, come back. Do I just have it forever now? I wish thy companion a swift recovery. Fare you well, children of man.
The battle is won. We can do no more for Estinian now than bear him home and wish him well, even as Hraesvelgr did. The rest we must trust to the hands of the healers and the grace of the gods.
Yeah, clearing that is going to take a while.
So, I can tell you about the ultimate now.
Oh yeah, we can. Well, let's wait for all the cutscenes to resolve.
True.
Yeah.
Once you get the patch achievement, I'll tell you.
Through the haze of pain, I swear I sensed. But no, the past is done, and we must look to the future. At long last, Nidhogg is gone, his foul spirit cast out once and for all. I only pray that Estinian survives the ordeal. An end to the song. Your battle with Nidhogg's shade will beget many an epic ballad lore, and rightly so. It was, without a doubt, one of your more epical victories, though I must admit that I took greater joy in seeing you emerge from the experience unscathed. And not only for your own sake. Had you not been there to aid me, those infernal eyes would still be fused to Estinian's mail. Yet even with Nidhogg gone, I cannot help but wonder how much of our friend remains. Let us pay a visit to Lucia and beg news of his condition. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's teleport to the Forgotten... No, not the Forgotten Knight. Yes, the Forgotten Knight? Maybe. Bye, Firm Albert. Bye, Firm Albert.
He's the MVP of expansions lately.
Ha. Let us speak with Lucia. She will know how Estinian fares. Lore, Master Alphino, my honored friends. As if winning Hraesvelgr to our cause were not enough, you took it upon yourselves to rid us of his brood brother. I know not how to thank you. My own contribution was hardly noteworthy. The true saviors of the day were Lore and Estinian. One triumphed over Nidhogg's shade through strength of arms, and the other through strength of will. And speaking of Estinian, what news of his recovery? The Azure Dragoon was conveyed to the infirmary, where he now resides under the care of our hospitalier captain. I am told he has yet to regain consciousness. But as you know, Estinian's mind and body were held hostage for many days. We must be patient and allow the process of healing to begin. In the meantime, you would do well to rest and recover from your own ordeals. But surely, Sir Emmerich is never long from Estinian's bedside, and will send word the moment there are any developments. Now, if I have satisfied your concerns, I believe Lord Edmond and his sons are most eager to celebrate your return. Very well, First Commander. Come, Lord, 'twould seem that we are awaited at Fortome Manor. Fezzik Giant. There's a fun reference. Princess Bride.
I still need to watch that.
It's very good. You should.
Yeah, I've been meaning to for a while. Heck, we've spoken on this before.
They suited up Honorwa? They made Honorwa fight? Look at him! He's 12!
We but did our duty, my lord. It was the memories of fallen friends and not our heroism which saw us through at the last.
Okay, Alphino, it was a little bit my heroism.
I gave every ounce of my strength, but mine efforts would have counted for naught had the Warrior of Light not arrived to challenge the Great Worm. As a sworn knight of Ishgard, I had hoped to do more for my city.
Well, we cannot all be heroes, dear brother. Let us put away our pride for a moment and revel in the valiant deeds of our comrade. For your sterling service to Ishgard, we salute you.
Never call me comrade again.
And while we're on the subject of valiant deeds, I believe I myself have earned some small measure of recognition. Under my watchful command, the ballistas of the Outer Ward struck down a veritable swarm of Dravanian invaders.
And Amanda Lane's back to normal, of course.
My lord's command was certainly watchful. He bravely watched as the siege crews took aim, and continued to watch as countless rivals at their end. Indeed, the ward's defenders proved so well drilled that my lord had little occasion to stop watching.
Go in on him, Honorwa. Nice. Nice. Got him.
Little levity's needed.
There will be time enough to determine who is most deserving of recognition later. Our friends are doubtless weary from their exertions. I had chambers prepared in expectation of your return. You are welcome to retire at your leisure.
I am most grateful for your hospitality, my lord, but I believe I shall pay a visit to the Temple Knight's Infirmary. Pray excuse me.
Our master Alphino has grown. The plight of his stricken brother-in-arms pains him more than his own hurts.
He did kind of stand aside and let me do the fighting, Edmond.
In which respect he has come to resemble you, Warrior of Light. Go then, visit the Azure Dragoon, and grant him what comfort you may.
Is that how you pronounce Azure in England, Danny?
Azure.
Okay, so you do pronounce it normally, not Azure.
I guess so. I may have pronounced it Azure originally, but...
Glances in mirror, request complete jingle plays. That is a very, very small Aura. Look how small that Aura is.
Yeah, Lady Aura, very short.
It's like the primary example in this game of the weird MMO, like, dimorphism.
Estinian is resting in our infirmary. The sick beds are our front line now, and the battle to save the wounded continues unabated.
To be fair, like canon stuff talking about Aura actually explains that actually uses their dimorphous builds to hit home that despite how they appear, they are not lizards because no known lizard have such sexual dimorphism.
Ooh.
That's a fun way to utilize the weird MMO dimorphism that displays an aura.
Lore, my friend, what can I do for the savior of Ishgard? You seek Master Alphino? He came to relieve me of my vigil a short while ago. When he begged to sit at Astinian's side, I could not well refuse him. Though he would sooner faint than admit it, the boy must be exhausted by Hraesvelgur's trial and all that followed. Astinian is blessed to have such devoted comrades. And we're blowing through the last two quests of this patch very quickly.
Yep, this next one should have you patch complete.
My own friendship with Astinian began some 10 years past, shortly after we joined the Temple Knights. I learned his name soon enough, but Astinian barely registered my existence. I was less a fellow recruit and more a shadow, which occasionally darkened his path. And so I might have remained, had fate not seen fit to intervene. While out on patrol, our company was set upon by a dragon, and we were the only two to survive. The experience forged a bond between us, as such life-threatening situations are wont to do. Despite our friendship, he remained an intense and solitary youth, wholly obsessed with claiming vengeance against Nidhogg. Revenge was ever at the forefront of his mind. Revenge for the death of his parents, and revenge for his younger brother. I would venture that in Alphino he sees something of his lost sibling. And in the ungentle chidings of Astinian, Alphino has found the elder brother he never had. Were you even there for any of the ungentle chidings? I was, but I don't think you were involved. Truth be told, Astinian's tactless observations have saved me from disaster more than once, and I can well understand Alphino's affection for him. He is a friend for whom I would gladly... He's on his feet again, isn't he? Lord Commander, your presence is required in the infirmary. Is he... Tell them I am on my way. Quickly, Lord, we must go to him. Upon proceeding to the infirmary, several cutscenes will play in sequence. It is recommended that you set aside sufficient time to view these scenes in their entirety. Proceed to the infirmary. He looks so naked. He did kind of crush his own throat.
Astinian.
Was not expecting the long hair.
Cease your mewling, boy. It grates my ears.
Forgive me. When I saw you awaken, I could not... It was such a relief. We feared you might never wake up.
Now, Astinian. If Master Alphino thought any less of you, you would still be Nidhogg's plaything. Or dead.
Aye, 'twas but a jest. I thank you, Alphino. And you too, Warrior of Light. Quite how you managed to persuade Hraesvelgur to aid in his brood brother's downfall I cannot imagine. But full glad am I that you did. 'Tis an honor to share the mantle of Azure Dragoon with one such as you.
Dragoon-specific dialogue. I'm really glad I did the Dragoon quests before Heavensward.
I, for my part, owe you an apology. When last we met, I did willingly loose an arrow at your heart. Can you forgive me?
There is naught to forgive, Emmerich. You but acted in defense of Ishgard as is your duty. Were you any less single-minded about it, I would not follow you into battle,
nor trust you at my back. Besides, I had come to the selfsame conclusion that I would have to perish for Nidhogg to be stopped. So let us dispense with the hand-wringing. I have heard enough mewling for one day.
Oh!
So are you going to talk to me, or just pretend I'm not here?
The tendrils of Nidhogg's foul presence bound up every fiber of my being, usurping my senses, but I yet retained some trace of awareness. The worm's mind was as a vast and tumultuous sea. Endlessly, its black waters churned.
Oh, right, he did say something to me.
Ratatoska's murder never calming, never receding. Driven by this surging current came wave upon wave of unrelenting rancor. It was the very image of my own heart. There I saw the dark reflection of the hatred I felt after Nidhogg slew my family. When no path remained save vengeance against dragonkind.
Ooh, that's a cool mirror for him to have to look into. I like it. Parallels.
Neither one of us had a choice. But I was blessed with something Nidhogg was not. Comrades and teachers to console and admonish me.
Oh, that smile.
Had I not had them to gainsay my obsession, it would surely have consumed me as Nidhogg's did him, and we would have been in all respects alike. Though his shade is banished, his spirit scattered upon the sea of clouds, I feel no joy at his passing. Where once I craved vengeance, I now crave rest.
Well, it's time for you to get some rest, buddy. Unless you're about to die, in which case, no, don't rest like that.
Lord Commander, my hunt is at an end. I would lay down the mantle of Azure Dragoon.
Well, I'm not going to keep it, so you'd better find somebody else. Also, the eyes are gone, so you can't really use those anymore. Maybe you be the last Azure Dragoon.
I mean, you're also one of them, so...
No, shh, don't remind them.
He has tired himself with too many words. I doubt not that he will make a full recovery, but he must be allowed some few days of quiet.
Lord, I'm so glad I did the Dragoon quests. Also, Lord, no, don't remind them.
I too must see my path to its end. Sleep well, my friend.
Following the battle with Nidhogg on the steps of Faith, Sir Emeric called an assembly that he might make his final proclamation as acting head of state.
Democracy time?
'Twas there, with one decree, that the 1,000-year rule of the archbishops was ended, paving the way for a new republic. The governance of Ishgard would now be placed in the hands of high and lowborn alike. Their ranks represented by the newly founded House of
Oh
Lords
no.
and House
Oh
of
no.
Commons.
They went from France to England.
Church was separated
Hello.
from state. The foundation for change had been carefully laid. And the reforms proposed by Ishgard,
But I don't think there's a king in Ishgard anymore.
passed into law without incident. His duty done, Emeric de Burrell gladly stepped down from the Archbishop's dais, only to be raised unto the highest seat in the House of Lords.
To be fair, when it works as intended, it's a good system. Unfortunately, politics.
If many systems work as intended, they're a good system, is the thing about
Though
it.
he strove at first to refuse this honor, the unexpected
Most systems are made with good intentions.
Durandare left him little choice but to accept.
So, Emmerich, you're probably not
And so it
Lucia's
was
direct
the
boss
winds of
anymore.
gentle
You
revolution
guys can get married now.
That's true.
Prominent among the many honored guests at Sir Emmeric's investiture were the ambassadors of Dragonkind, a fitting symbol of
Man.
Ishgard's newfound
A scene that would have been unthinkable like a month before this time.
Yeah. And here you are, feeling happy about Ishgard now.
The people looked on in awe as he soared through the heavens on Dragonback. And by their cheers did they hail him an Azure Dragoon for a new age.
You know, I thought you were going to lay down your lance, Estidian. I guess you just retired from being a Dragoon. Or, I guess from being the Dragoon.
He no longer has a need to slay dragons.
They hailed him as an Azure Dragoon for a new age, and Lord breathing a huge sigh of relief.
Thus were the notes of the dragon song rewritten. The din of war giving way to a rising litany of peace and hope.
Oh good, you gave the eye back.
Oh, thank God. It's so weird that he left without it. Oh, he's still missing the wing, though. Ouch.
Yeah. 3 on one side, 2 on the other.
From the memoirs of Count Edmond de Fortome, Heaven's Word.
So now that we're done with the wrap-ups, what did you think of Heaven's Word?
We've still got more.
Oh, right.
Yeah, rip his voice actor. That's sad.
I'm so glad his friend could play it through the game and hear his voice again.
Yeah. The broken helm. The broken, blood-stained helm left behind. I was gazing out at the sea of clouds in an all too rare moment of idleness when I chanced to behold a certain hero wending her way towards the city on Dragonback. Welcome home, Lore. Nay, 'twas no grave matter that moved me to greet you in person. Between you and me, I merely sought respite from the pressures of office. No sooner do I surrender my role as temporary head of state than I am burdened with a position of more permanent responsibility. I fancy that it echoes in some small measure the way you must feel when your improbable feats of heroism are rewarded with still more impossible challenges. The myth which guided our society for generations lies in tatters. Am I then to be scorned for building upon the system of nobility that I once sought to tear down? And what strange jest is this that places me at its pinnacle? An archbishop's bastard, the head of the House of Lords. You're a good leader, man. People want you to keep leading.
You're a good man.
But these questions are for me to answer. It is not in man's nature to change overnight. This I learned through painful experience. And it was this hard lesson which convinced me to take the path which we now follow. Even as we rebuild the bridge between man and dragon, so must we reimagine Ishgard, one carefully placed stone at a time. We must remember that it is not for us that we lay this groundwork, but for the men and women that our children will become. May their towers rise proudly from the fundament of our legacy. I hear word from Captain Whitecape that a Stynian has vanished from his sick room. His willfulness survives undiminished. Should you ever happen upon our unmannerly friend on your travels, pray assure him that I shall keep Ishgard safe until he deigns to come home. But not longer than that. As soon as he comes back, I'm abandoning the job. Thank you, Lore. And please, convey my warmest regards to Master Alphino. All right, to Alphino, I guess. Enter Fortome Manor. You've saved the day again, Lore. Not that I ever doubted you would. I'm so glad to have your faith in me, Totaro. You spoke with Sir Emmerich. I do not envy him his new position. Ishgard has chosen a new road, but one littered with the detritus of 1,000 years of broken faith. Yet though her people may stumble from time to time, I know of none better than Sir Emmerich to lead the march of progress. As for us, there remains the small matter of ushering in a new dawn in the shadow of inscrutable Ascian machinations and a seemingly endless procession of primals. But we too must walk our chosen path, no matter how treacherous the footing. Wind up Emmerich. Cool. Dragon Song Orchestrion Roll. Cool. Alpine Coat. Is that what Edmond wears?
Along those lines, yeah.
In the wake of Ishgard's governmental reform, new airship routes have been sanctioned. You may now travel to a selection of distant locales from the landing in Ishgard. Oh, does that just hook it up to the airship route? The normal airship network? So you can now go from Ishgard to, say, Uldar or whatever?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
I didn't get that message.
Oh no. Did somebody find the eyes? They're going for the eyes. I knew we should have stabbed him.
You're a black mage. If you're going to use your weapon, all you're going to get it as a bonk.
I've got pointy bits on my staff. Thank you, blood hairs. Nay, you do not remain there. We shall rendezvous at the usual place. All is proceeding as expected, then. Aye, there is naught to concern us, aside from one overly curious mouse. Alice? This way. Oh no, is that Alice or Alphino? Him again. It is of no moment. They will play their part, and we will play ours. And thus did grey mists give way to azure skies. Man and dragon rise above, voices joined in song. But beneath shrouded boughs, beyond the scope of light, shadow stirs. Revenge of the Horde. Well, that was cool. That was cool. This game has really strong final bosses, right? Like the fight against Ultima Weapon and La Habrea was awesome. The fight against the Knights of the Round was awesome. The fight against Nidhogg was awesome.
It doesn't stop here.
Oh, I'll bet. The meat of the game is still just good. Like, Heaven's Word is markedly better than A Realm Reborn, but it's still just good. But the high points are really high.
Yeah.
I like it. I liked it a lot.
Good.
That's... Yeah?
We can tell you now about the Ultimate.
Okay.
Yes.
So, you know how I mentioned how the Ultimate forces you to watch Hoshafant die?
Yeah, let's build up to that explanation. Right,
Sure.
It starts in the vault. You're fighting against Sharibear and the other twats in the vault. Where then off from the sides, Zephyrin throws his murder spear, and you see Oshfon run in, block it. You see his health drain, and he dies. Well, after that, you beat Sharibear, and it transitions into a fight against Primal Form Thornton. Once you beat him, it transitions into a fight against Dragoon Form Nidhogg. And then once you beat him, the two eyes of Nidhogg float there, and you have to conquer them and take control of them. At which point, and bear in mind, this is not non-canon, but you then use the eyes to rewind time back to the point where Oshfon is about to die. And if you've got a full level 3 limit break, you can tank limit break to give him enough defense to survive the spear attack, allowing your healers to keep him alive while you refight Cherry Bear.
That's cool.
But then, because you've now changed history, the timelines diverge, and you are now in a new timeline where, because Oshfon survived, you've taken him to be nursed to health, and waited till he's recovered, which has given Thornton enough time to get deep into the Singularity Reactor, the ether chemical research facility, sup upon the powers of the Warring Triad, and take the Elegant technology that, when we went through the binding coils, some of the dragons had these control collars. He stole that technology and used it on uses it on the transformed. We still have the transformation of Isinian into Nidhogg, and he uses it on the transformed Nidhogg and Hraesvelgr. As a result, you
have to fight them both
at the same time.
Oh!
And if Hraesvelgr kills any of the players with an attack,
because
he's so overcome. Yeah.
Because his vow to Shiva was broken, he is so overcome with despair and rage, he wipes the entire party.
Wow.
He gives up on resisting the mind control and just wipes the party.
Wow.
Yeah, and in the background, you can see Oshfon and a still alive Azel, because you never went to Azizlau for this scene, being forced to fight against the dragons she so loves.
Wow.
And then once you defeat them, the final part happens, where Thornton takes both of the eyes of Nidhogg and both of the eyes of Hraesvelgr and transforms into a dragoon version of himself, wielding an Ascalon in his right hand, an Ascalon in his left hand, and having a draconic tail, holding another Ascalon in his last hand.
This fight must take like an hour.
It takes well over a quarter of an hour, optimally.
At least 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's closer to 19.
Yeah.
What, all these fights in a row?
Yes.
Yeah, because they're very demanding fights.
All these fights in a row only take 15 minutes total?
Yes.
About 20 minutes. But yeah, they're not
total, right? You're saying total, all of them added together?
Total, yes.
Yes.
They're very demanding fights.
There are no checkpoints. Well, okay, there is a checkpoint.
I'm marveling at the fact that you can finish like 8 fights in a row in 20 minutes.
You've got to do a lot of damage, and you've got to dodge a lot of attacks.
Oh the enrages in each of these fights are pretty early.
Yeah, there is a checkpoint. One, the second fight when you're fighting Thornton, and if you go back in time afterwards and fail to save Oshfon, you lose the checkpoint because that's the new checkpoint. So you're starting again from the beginning.
Oof.
So
and saving Oshafon, by the way, isn't something that the fight tells you to do. It's something people had to puzzle out to figure out why the fight was looping over and over.
Yes.
And it took them a minute.
I kind of like that they didn't tell you that.
Yeah. But yeah, they're not massively long phases, but they are intense, and you have very little downtime.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
It took people a hot minute to be like, wait, we still have tank limit break, hold on.
Yeah. Yeah, because basically, the way you were thinking of it as multiple fights, it's not multiple fights, it's all one fight that takes 20 minutes. If played optimally.
Excuse me.
If you can't do enough damage, each phase has a way to wipe you.
That's wild.
Howdy, Minda. We were just telling Lore about the ultimate now that he's finished, like everything that the ultimate would have
Hey,
been
you made it.
for.
Yeah, we had a little downtime here at the family reunion, so I decided to pop in to see that you're just about done.
Yeah, we just finished.
Yeah.
That was really cool. That was really cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's a cinematic boss fight, and also I think my favorite part of that boss fight is honestly the moment right before Nidhogg when you just are just staring at him across the bridge. Like, it's like I love those quiet little moments like that.
Yeah. So, what do you think of Ishgard now that it's developed? Now that we have been the barber's blade that cut the cancer from it.
Well, I'll give it a shot. I think they're on a good track. I think they're on a good track, and I like them more for it.
I mean, my house is in Ishgard, so I can't hate it too much.
And Astinian, now that he's not a psychotic tit.
Yeah.
I hope we run into him again. That would be cool. Don't tell me if we do.
Well, I mean, I started to warm up. We talked about this a little bit when we got through 3.0, but Astinian warmed up to me about halfway through that first part of the quest, just because
he showed he was willing to learn.
Yeah, because you could once you see that he's willing to learn, it's like, okay, this guy isn't just a zealot; he is actually trying to think about things, and that's nice.
Yeah. I liked the character development he got.
Mm-hmm. Before he got brainwashed, but now he's back, so we're all good.
Now he's back. I really, really like that he had to look in the mirror of Nidhogg's rage, and he saw himself from the outside, and that broke his will to fight. That put it into sharp relief what he had become, and how he had been.
That is always a fascinating little character bit, is just the contrast. It's because it's all about the cycle of violence, and also just it's all the same. It's somebody has to end it.
Yeah.
We can rest now.
But yeah, my one little 2 cents about the ultimate fight that you were just talking about is that you're marveling at how quick it is at 19-20 minutes. The thing you have to understand is the reason why it's so fast is that every one of these phases we're describing has a very strict enrage timer.
And they'll kill you if you take longer than 3 minutes or whatever.
Yeah, you have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to do enough damage in this phase of the boss fight, or it will kill you.
Also,
fair enough.
The boss fight itself is setting the pace for this thing.
Yeah, every mechanic is fatal if you fail. You cannot fail a single mechanic or you will wipe. Healers are still very important because you will still be taking constant damage from intended sources. There's still going to be raid wives. There's still going to be mechanics that hurt you as you're doing them.
And then there are also the mechanics that just kill you if you mess them up.
Yes, which is most of them.
That's the other reason why you can't have this fight be too long, because if this is a 35-minute long fight and you manage a fatal mechanic 32 minutes into it, that's just gonna feel bad, man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I have seen an ultimate done without healers, but those people are insane. So
yeah,
synced? Synced?
Not that one in particular. A different ultimate.
You cannot do an ultimate unsynced ever. They also have very strict item level syncs as well.
Wow.
You have to do them as intended.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, the ultimates are no joke. I've never had the courage to pop into one.
I've been enjoying doing ultimate weapon ultimate.
I will never be good enough to do an ultimate, so I'm fine with you explaining what happens in them.
Yeah, and to be fair, they're all non-canon anyway. They are. You unlock them by telling the Wandering Minstrel your tale, and he comes up with flights of fancy and what-if scenarios.
Yeah. Well, like that's also the explanation for the extremes too. Is that like you go for every extreme, you go to the Wandering Minstrel, and he says, "That's a great story." But what if the boss fight was even harder?
Yeah, I mean,
I like to imagine that
casual
it's
conversation.
describing the
Casual conversation with God, who says you didn't have much struggle. Let's make it worse.
Yeah.
The Wandering Minstrel does look like Yoshi P. That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, he turns into Yoshi P during the Rising
Yeah.
event, after all.
Yeah.
It's also vaguely implied that somehow the Warrior of Light does live through these experiences when they have to go through the extremes. Because after a few expansions, they start to get like PTSD every time they talk to the Wandering Minstrel. They're like, "Oh no, I don't want to talk to you again. You're going to make me do bad things."
Yeah.
Me kind of conclude that it's just the Wandering Minstrel musing on it and not telling you the alternate version per se, and more so the Warrior of Light just having that mentioned to them, and they just have an overactive imagination. They're like, "Wait, no, stop, don't speak."
It's like, I don't know, maybe we're having like echo hallucinations.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I can tell the intention of your soul, Minstrel, and it's imagining a scenario where things were way worse than they were.
I will say the raids all have their own unique explanation as to why, to why there's this harder non-canon version, except for the Heavensward ones where it is still the Wandering Minstrel.
Yeah.
By the way, when it comes to Savage raiding, it's a long way off, but I would suggest that once you are caught up in the story, it might be fun if we've if we got the extremes done and like, it might be fun to go to the previous expansions, Savage, and try them.
And do it unsynced.
Yeah, do it unsync because
some Savage raids do have like for the final final boss of the Savage tier for the 12th one.
Yeah.
They do have a version where it's like they have an extra phase.
Yeah, it's the 4th, the 8th, and the 12th on all of them since Stormblood.
Yeah.
But the analogy being, they are still pretty difficult even when you're 10 levels higher, because I recently did the Shadowbringers 4th Savage fight with a group of 10 at level 90, so a group of 8 at level 90, and we still saw most of the fight.
Damn.
Yeah, those are things. It's like the other thing too is that once you're caught up in the story, there will just be a current tier of Savage raiding that we might be able to. We could. I mean, Saturday.
First step is getting Lord of Zoom his camera out.
Yeah.
Then we can worry about making him face more difficult content.
Yeah,
but I will say, you doing stuff minimum item level means that at least you're not doing everything as easy as possible, you know?
Here's the thing about minimum item level, is it feels like that's the difficulty that these encounters are tuned for.
Not
because they
most of the time, yeah.
They seem like we don't have that much trouble with them. Right?
Yeah.
It's not just that you guys are better than me. It's that we don't have much trouble with the minimum item level ones, except for bonus dungeons.
The Realm Reborn minimum item ones are just badly tuned. But yes, other than those, minimum item level is kind of the intended level.
Yeah,
minimum item level is usually about what gear you would be expected to be in day one of that fight's release.
Minimum item level tends to be about 10 item levels below what the previous dungeon gave you.
Mm-hmm.
So, while minimum item level is harder than they intend it to be, it's not it's not like they intend it to be pushed for either.
Yeah, it's basically like current content will be in between the item level sync and the minimum item level for the area when it comes to like sort of what the best like gear was at the time, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there so it's not like it's there so that like you have a floor so that you're not just getting rolled through, but also like it would be a little too much to expect the player to have fully geared it out on the last tier of raids before they are allowed into the new one. Like World of Warcraft does that, and that's why World of Warcraft raiding was always a pain in the ass for the decade that it came out, that was out before Final Fantasy came along.
Yeah.
And that's why the coil raids were pains in the ass, is because they were based off of the scaling of WoW's raids.
Yep. But yeah, like for me, like the main reason I've never gotten into Savage raiding, honestly, is just because my work schedule doesn't really allow it. Like I work nights, so like most of the time I work about an hour into the point when people would be doing prog raids, and it's like, you know, and so like just people in my time zone aren't looking for. It's like nobody's raiding at 9 a.m. Like that would be my time to do raiding, and like there aren't raid groups that are going at 9 a.m.
I also work overnight, and I just sleep right after I work, and it's just like, yeah, there are no raid groups going on between 2 and 8 p.m. That's not real. You know?
Mine usually goes between 6 and 11, but right now we're doing 6 and 9. Right now we're doing 8 and 11 due to one of our red members needing to walk the dogs and the summer heat not being good for us.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're having fun with the kind of basically the ending of Heaven's Ward at this point.
Yeah, this is where Heaven's Word ends and the prep for Stormblood begins.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, this is the cutscene where they literally closed the book on Heaven's Ward, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whatever comes next, and like we were talking about, like what to do next. Well, it's going to be like a good few weeks before you have a chance. To play again.
Actually, it's starting to look like the trip that I was going to go on at the end of this coming week is not going to happen. So I may be doing something. I may be doing Final Fantasy XIV next Saturday.
Okay.
All right.
I offer you my commiserations and my home celebrations.
That is, if you guys haven't made plans aside from this.
I have not. No.
Not especially aside from like having a thing to do at a certain time.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying is because like the problem is like there are too many things to do in Final Fantasy XIV at this point because there's so many things. Because we got like Alliance raids. They're the Alliance raids, the regular raids, and the Trial series.
And there's Hildebrand, and there's class quests that we're going to do.
And Hildebrand, and classic quests, and yeah.
And
if you want to get do quests with the one smart guy NPC from the Realm Reborn Hildebrand, there's those quests.
Yes.
There.
Brydine's investigations.
Yeah, that's another one that people are going to want you to do because it's a fun one.
Remind me to do that. Should I do that before or after Hildebrand?
You can do after.
Doesn't matter. They're unrelated.
The only Hildebrand requirement to Brydine is that you have to have done the Realm Reborn ones.
Actually, I don't think you have to have done the Realm Reborn ones. I think he just... Oh, I thought there was just an extra bit of him recognizing you if you'd done the Hildebrand ones.
No, they're absolutely required.
Oh, tragic.
Because, like, Hildebrand is how you introduce his character and how you get all his character development, and it would be very strange to start without that.
Yeah.
It would be very strange.
Imagine if a Realm Reborn required or not Realm Reborn. Imagine if Heaven's Word required Dragoon.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just mostly curious about what Lore's feeling right now because, or like what to do next because there are many options.
I think what we're going to do next is Hildebrand. While we over the course of the next few weeks off stream, level some of my classes so we can do a couple streams of Class Quest. Does that sound like a good idea to you guys?
Yeah,
I like that plan. Yeah.
In that case, also, if you're going to be doing some play off stream, may I suggest we start next stream by unlocking the beast tribes so you can get them leveled up between streams as well.
Oh, there's a thought. Yeah, there's a thought.
We should also do Lore's first official battleground, because battleground is another good way to level things.
God, there is so much to do. You were right that we should finish 3.3 before we get to the rest of this shit.
Yeah.
Battleground?
Battleground, Warzone, whatever. I don't know.
What is war?
PvP.
Okay, front lines. Okay, sorry.
Front
I
line.
was confused. I'm like, what on earth? Is there content I haven't done? Huh?
You've only got a couple AR-50 dungeons left? Yes, but we're saving those for days when some of us can't be here.
Yeah.
Because
there is one of those that we want to do ahead of the Alliance raid. Like there's like a level 50 dungeon that feeds into the Alliance raid story, but that's a conversation for spoiler chat.
Yeah. Well, in that case, we'll probably do a Dungeons with Fans some point in the 3.x patch quest period.
I think so.
Or maybe it might be a level 60 dungeon. I don't know. We'll double check. I don't think there's a couple of them, but anyway. So yeah, questing and leveling the next couple weeks. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, like before your trip was looking canceled, I was looking at the schedule ahead of time and thinking it's like if Lore doesn't do 3.3 this weekend, there's a good chance he'd have to wait till July.
Yeah.
I remember when you finished 3.0 and you were like, well, it sucks that happened to Estinian and he's just like that forever, and I was just sitting there trying to keep my mouth shut.
I was not expecting him to have long, luxurious, soft hair.
Oh, random fact. People used a mod to remove Estinian's helmet from his original model. Yeah, he didn't have that. He didn't have that hair or that face until 3.3. Like, if you remove the model, he looks nothing like the Estinian that we know.
Huh.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Nidhogg possessed him and was like, "Oh, this bitch ugly. Time for dragon facial surgery."
Yeah, he's just got a very generic look, because they never expected anyone to look under the helmet, and you can still kind of see this if you look at his cheekbones after we've removed his helmet are quite different to the ones that he's got when his helmet's on.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Nidhogg yassified him.
Oh, Minda,
Right,
Minda, did you see the thumbnail?
I did not see the thumbnail. Hang on.
Danny, did you send him the thumbnail?
I sent him it.
I can just look at the chat. I can look at the chat.
It's the middle screenshot. That became a chain reaction because I saw it, I started laughing, confusing the heck out of everyone else. I took the screenshot, shared it, Law saw it first, he started laughing, and then finally we got into the stream.
Oh, it's gold. I think that's my favorite thumbnail we've ever made.
That is an excellent thumbnail. Alright.
Post in the chat here again? Alright, hang on.
Alright. Well, my family's going to be wondering where I've gone, so I'm going to get back to my fam.
Have fun, man. Thanks for stopping by.
And I'll see you this week for some leveling.
Awesome.
Family, I said hi. They don't know me, but it'll be funny.
Yeah. Alright.
Adios.
Ciao.
And I think that's where we're going to end the stream anyway. Yeah, I think that's a good place to end the stream. Yeah, Heaven's Word, very good. Very good. Much better than A Realm Reborn. I like it. Very good. So, I'm going to read off my schedule and get off. Before I do that, I would like to plug my Patreon, which you can find either in the description of the YouTube video or with the ! Patreon command in Twitch chat. I make my living off of Patreon, and I make enough to pay my rent and my bills, but I don't make much beyond that, and it is my only source of income. So if you could go to my Patreon and pledge $1 a month or $1 per stream or anything in between, it would really help me out because I'm trying to put together a savings fund for medical emergencies, for having to replace stuff, for anything that comes up that I don't have the money for. I would really appreciate it. I'm endlessly grateful to the people who pledge to my Patreon because you make it so I can do my strange, silly job for a living. You're responsible for me being able to do this, and I am endlessly grateful. As for the schedule, tomorrow and Monday are both going to be The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky for a patron at 1 p.m. EST. Tuesday will be Pokemon Rejuvenation for a patron, again at 1 p.m. EST. Wednesday, I have a doctor's appointment at 1:30, so I don't know when I'll get out of that. I may stream some Zelda when I get home, I may not. We'll have to see when I get done.
Yeah, the patron picks are kind of wild. You got a doctor's appointment.
Wait, did I say that was for a patron?
You didn't, but I just thought it would
Okay.
be funny for you to say.
I cannot keep track of the things that come out of my mouth. Thursday will be Wild Arms 3, again for a patron. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are reserved for a trip that I was expecting to take, but may not actually be happening. If it doesn't happen, that'll all be Zelda. Or except for Saturday, which is Final Fantasy XIV. So yeah, that's my schedule upcoming. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.
Ciao for now.
Have fun, stay safe, and be brave enough to be kind.